Arizona high school football is on the rise. Some of the top college recruits in the country are right here in our own backyard. Watch tomorrow's Stars today on Cox 7 Arizona. The Gilbert Tigers take on the Mesquite Wildcats in the season opener August 28th at 7 p.m. High school football is sponsored in part by Arizona Christian University. Watch the ACU Firestorm play their inaugural football season Saturdays on Cox 7 starting August 23rd.
Welcome to Option Indian Community Field inside U.S. Airways Center, home of the two-time defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers. This afternoon, a National Conference semifinal matchup. The number one seeded Rattlers, winners of the West Division with a 15-3 record, host the number 4 seed Portland Thunder, who come in with a record of 5-13 and were winless in all 3 meetings against Arizona during the regular season. Hello everybody, Chris Harris here, and welcome to the playoff edition of the Cox pregame show on Cox 7. All right, coming up, we'll break down this afternoon's matchup between Portland and Arizona. Also, I'll be joined right here on the set by Rattlers majority owner Ron Schertz. He'll talk about the record-setting regular season the Rattlers had and their chances of winning a 3rd straight Arena Bowl championship. Also, I'll be joined right here by Sidewinders dance director Angie Baker and Sidewinder Tierra. The two of them will represent the Rattlers at the Arena Bowl as part of the Dream Team. All right, start things off now by hearing from head coach Kevin Guy and get his take on the team as they head into the postseason.
0-0 is our status, and so is everybody else in the playoffs. It's a new season. That season's over. We had 18 games to get it right. We had 8 games to be battle tested, and you know, right now everybody's at the same level. So we're trying to go 1-0, and that's our mindset. And you know, we got a tough opponent in Portland. We played them in our other season 3 times and was fortunate enough to beat them. But those scores have been getting closer and closer. So, you know, they're an expansion team, but they're no longer an expansion team. They've got 18 games under their belt. They got a full season. So they're not an expansion team anymore. And you got to look at them as a veteran team. And, you know, they're capable of beating us if we don't show up with our A game. If the Arizona Rattlers shows up with their A game, we can play with anybody.
All right, it's now upstairs to the guys calling the action for this afternoon's game. Kevin Ray and Dale Helstrate. Guys, they started off the year 14-0, lost 3 of their last 4 games. Your take as they head into the postseason here?
Well, and Chris, maybe nobody can speak better to what they're experiencing than the guy here to my left, Dale Helstrate. Dale, because you know how difficult it is to win 3 titles in any sport. Just ask LeBron James and the Miami Heat. What is this team going through as they enter, kind of limping to this regular season finish line?
I almost went through the exact same situation in Dallas. We won 2 in a row, went for our 3rd one. Let me tell you something, that 3rd year, it's not a whole lot of fun. That regular season is an absolute grind. Nothing you do is good enough, and if you lose, the world's falling in on you. So this is what they played for. This is what they worked all off season for. This is why they got through the regular season. For today's game, you're going to see a different Arizona Rattler team out there because they know there's 3 games left, and they all count.
We know that this is a team that won 14 straight to begin the season, 18 straight going back to last year. But let's take a look at those last 4 games, because more than just the losses, it was the numbers which really crept up, or in this case, went down, because it's a team that has set the standard in terms of scoring.
You see the numbers there. Yes, all the numbers are down. Let me tell you a couple things. Number 1, your intensity is not there as a player. Number 2, as a coach, you're guarding against showing anything that you might use in the playoffs. So your game plans are going to be very, very vanilla, and you're going to see things that you can exploit, but you're not doing it during the regular season because the regular season doesn't count. You're playing for the playoffs. You're going to see some different things out of this Rattler team this afternoon.
Well, the great news is that despite that sluggish finish to the season, one thing that has not been impacted is their ability to win here at home, and this dates back really to the last 3 seasons.
They have an absolute fantastic home field advantage. The crowd here really supports them. The players love to play here. They take advantage of it, and that's why I think you're just going to see a rejuvenated Arizona Rattler football team come on the field today.
Well, every arena team will tell you that they're only going to go as far as their starting quarterback will allow them. Davila playing at another incredible rate, but the last 4 games, he would be the first to tell you that he has not been playing up to the Nick Davila standard that we have seen over the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Defenses have changed the way they've played against this Rattler offense. They are going to make the offense go 6, 7, 8, 9 plays on a drive rather than those 1-yard scoring drives we saw earlier in the season. So he's going to have to be patient. The receivers are going to have to be patient. And then the biggest thing that I've noticed with Nick is down the red zone, he's struggled a little bit. Defenses tighten up down there. They've shown him some different defenses. Watch for the Rattlers to come out with some new wrinkles today.
And speaking of this defense, it's a very good defense despite that 5-win season. Now, unfortunately, that secondary led by Eric Crocker has suffered a big loss last week. With Sony being lost to the MCL, that means even more pressure is going to fall onto the shoulders of Crocker.
You got a lot of young guys back there, but this is exciting for them. And as their coach Sock said, they get through the first quarter, they're going to be okay. These young guys are excited, they're happy to be here, and they do love nothing more than to upset the Arizona Rattlers.
Other than the players, Chris, the only other group that might be more fired up, the fans, of course, who look to fill this place up here this afternoon.
Thank you so much, guys. We look forward to your call of the game. All right, now this afternoon, all season long, we've wanted you guys at home to be a part of our broadcast as well. The Cox 7 Rattlers social media. You can hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. And for more on that, we bring in the 4th member of our team, our social media correspondent, Lindsay Smith. Lindsay?
Thanks, Chris. Well, we've got a lot of fun posts planned for tonight. The team, a couple of the players on the team spent a little time this year finding celebrity lookalikes for each member of the Rattlers organization, and we're going to share a few of them online with you. To get us started, we're going to check out one picture. This one is Marquise Floyd and Oscar from Shark Tales. Now, if you want to see a couple more of these pictures, head over to our Facebook page at Cox 7 Arizona Sports or our Twitter at Cox 7 Arizona, and let us know what you think about the player choices, or if you've got a better one that you think we should know about. Chris?
Thank you so much, Lindsay. I heard the Michael Huey one is one to look for coming up here at this afternoon's game. All right, when we come back, I'll be joined right here on the set by Rattlers majority owner Ron Schertz. We'll talk about the Rattlers record-setting regular season and their hopes and chances of going for a 3rd straight Arena Bowl championship. Stay right where you are. We're just getting started on the Rattlers pregame show on Cox 7.
The Ak-Chin Indian community in Troon Golf invite you to tee up a pure golf experience at Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club. Ranked as one of the top 10 best courses you can play in Arizona by Golf Week, Ak-Chin Southern Dunes is known for its relaxed atmosphere, premier course conditions, and spectacular service. Just 30 minutes south of Sky Harbor Airport, Ak-Chin Southern Dunes features stunning golf and a casual yet elegant restaurant. Visit us at golfsoutherndunes.com for the best available rates. Ak-Chin Southern Dunes Golf Club, a pure golf experience.
Sanderson Ford, country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford country.
Sanderson Ford.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the 2-time defending 4-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a 3rd straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
2015 season tickets to the Rattlers are now on sale. Be a part of the championship football in the desert by calling 602-514-TDTD or by going to azrattlers.com. Great seats are still available for your Arizona Rattlers. Well, I'm happy to be joined right now by the Rattlers majority owner, Ron Schertz. And Ron, it's like Groundhog Day. It's playoff time once again. How's it feel to be here in the postseason?
Well, first of all, I'm glad you didn't have any comments about my shirt, because it is really cool.
Okay.
It is really cool.
Okay.
But now we're excited about this. I mean, this is what it's all about. And it's interesting when you've had the success we've had. It almost feels like you're almost kind of like wasting your time because you really want to get to this point, right? So, you know, unfortunately, we've lost 3 last 4 games, but I think that's probably part of it. And we're ready to go today.
Well, I don't think it's any coincidence that this team has gone to the Arena Bowl championship game ever since you took over in 2011, winning the last 2 games. What it means for you guys to go for the three-peat has not been done since the Detroit Drive did it in 1988, 89, and 90.
Well, I think it's probably self-explanatory. On the flip side, we got to go and get something done today. You know, we got to go out and get it done today. So we get it done today and come back next week and see if we can't get there. And I think it'll be a heck of a show.
And we see the video from last year's celebration in Orlando. Describe the feeling for me as the owner of this team as you watch this.
You can't describe it. I mean, it's one of those things that's, you know, it's special. It's, you know, may never ever happen in your life again. We're sure hoping we can get it back for the 3rd time. But I mean, you go back to back like that, and I don't care what you're playing, Pee-wee, you know, football or arena football. It's just that's pretty impressive.
A great season as well here. Started off the year 14-0. That's an AFL record to start a season. Won 18 straight games dating back to last year. Another AFL record. Touch on the season you guys had here.
Well, you know, I think it's just a matter of us going out and executing and getting it done. So that's been happening, and we're fortunate enough to be able to, you know, keep it going there. And again, I think we ran out of gas around that bye week. But, you know, we'll see what happens tonight.
And the community has really rallied behind this team. The attendance is the highest since it's been in 2010. You averaged almost 10,000 fans for the season, but the last 4 games, you averaged 11,500 fans. It's great to see the Snake Pit getting filled up.
I mean, to see 13,000, and if you remember when I bought the team, quotes in the paper, we're going to get this thing back to where it was back in the day, and we're going to get people come back to these games and make them excited again, and we've done that.
Now, I know you had a chance to walk around, talk to Coach Kevin Guy, talk to some of the players. What's the feel you've gotten from the team here for this afternoon's game?
Well, intensity's up. I mean, they're wired tight. And, again, I think this is like, okay, you know, the other 18 games were just something we had to do to get here. And now it's time to start playing.
Really appreciate the time, Ron, as always. And I want to say a special thanks to us from Cox 7. We love being partners with you guys. It's great to be associated with you.
Yeah, we appreciate that. You guys have been awesome. So thanks, bud.
Appreciate it. All right, when we come back, our show is about to get a whole lot better looking. No offense, Ron. I'll be joined right here on the set by Sidewinders dance director Angie Baker and Sidewinder Tierra, both of whom will represent the Rattlers at this year's Arena Bowl as part of the Dream Team. Stay right where you are. Rattlers pregame show on Cox 7 continues in just a moment.
I like to go out on the town, hit the floor,
and double down.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two,
Catch a game
With my crew,
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
here they know my name.
they got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
How do the Arizona Rattlers kick off their season? By improving their training skills at Fast Foothills Acceleration and Sports Training, where you can perfect your speed, agility, strength. By honing in on these key skills, you will have the winning edge and ability to compete at the highest of levels. Foothills Sports Medicine. Train like the pros, perform like the pros.
The Snake Pit is filling in as we get ready here for the playoff game, National Conference semifinal between Portland and Arizona. A big matchup here, and this show just got a whole lot prettier, everybody. We've got Sidewinder Tierra and also Sidewinders dance director Angie Baker joining us. The two of you will represent the Rattlers at the Arena Bowl this season as part of the Dream Team. Tierra, what's it mean to be a part of that?
I'm actually
actually so excited. It's a great honor. I just want to thank the fans, thank God for this amazing opportunity. It's really exciting.
And Angie, for you, I know this will be your second year as the Dream Team director, but you're also part of that as a dancer as well back in the day.
Yes, I was part of back in 2007, and so I'm really excited for Tierra to experience everything I did. It was a lot of fun meeting the other teams and just representing our team, hopefully here in the Snake Pit, but it's a lot of fun. We're looking forward to it.
And hopefully the Rattlers will be there with you, obviously.
That'd be ideal.
Yes. Now, Tierra, what are the duties going to include as you're part of the Dream Team?
Well, we have to deal with appearances, we have photo shoots, practice, because we got to make sure we do everything correct. So it's a lot, like right when we land, we got to hit the ground running.
And Angie, what are the differences between being the dance director as opposed to being a dancer involved with this team?
Well, being a dancer, you get to just show up and do what you're told. So it's kind of a little bit easier, yet some stress. However, directing it is, like she mentioned, the appearances, lining up the photographer, getting everything set to make it look like a team that's performed together, even though they just met maybe a couple days before the actual Arena Bowl. So different duties. So she'll have pressure as well. But.
And Tierra, talk about your time here with the Sidewinders and what's the experience meant to you?
It means so much. I've had so much fun with the Rattlers. This is my third year on the team, and I've absolutely loved it. This is an amazing journey, and I can't believe it's the end of the season. I'm not ready for it to end.
What was the process like to become part of the Dream Team?
Well, we have to make sure we go with the voting. So again, it's all with the fans. Thanks again to fans for voting. It was a lot of campaigning.
A lot of campaigning. What were you doing for campaigning purposes?
Talking to my friends, talking to families, talking to the fans, making sure they know to vote every day, constantly, and they did, and I have to say thank you.
And Angie, we got the playoffs here, obviously, this afternoon. What can we expect from the team here?
Well, today from the team, the girls are doing, as usual, 2 new routines, first and third quarter break. But they're very excited, and there's a lot of anxiety going on, not sure how many more games they'll get to participate in as a team. So we're very excited, very pumped up for today's game, and as usual, poised, polished, and they're looking good. So.
Absolutely. Angie, thank you so much for the time. Tierra, you as well, congratulations as being part of the Dream Team.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
All right, when we come back, we'll take you around the opening weekend of the Arena Football League playoffs, including highlights from last night's dramatic Cleveland-Philadelphia matchup, which came down to the last play of the game. That and more when we come back.
For document solutions for your business, trust the leader, All Copy Products. Our managed print services solution provides a worry-free printing environment, making your business more efficient and saving you money. Learn more now at allcopyproducts.com. For document solutions for your business, trust the leader, All Copy Products. Our managed print services solution provides a worry-free printing environment, making your business more efficient and saving you money. Learn more now at allcopyproducts.com.
Hey Rattler fans, I'm Chris Coraggio. Did you know that the busiest orthopedic hospital in the Valley is now the official hospital of your Arizona Rattlers? I'm talking about Oasis Hospital, which transforms the healthcare experience. They treat their patients just like family. And now they're part of the Rattlers family. Oasis is thrilled to partner up with the most exciting team in all of the Arena League. To learn more about Oasis Hospital, visit their website, oasishospital.com. And go Rattlers!
Welcome back to Auction Indian Community Field inside U.S. Airways Center, everybody. Well, the Arena Football League playoffs got underway last night, and we're going to open up things in the American Conference where the top-seeded Cleveland Gladiators took on the number 4 seed Philadelphia Soul. Late in the first quarter, game tied at 6 apiece. Philly's Dan Rodabaugh finds Tiger Jones for the score, but the extra point was blocked by the Gladiators and returned for a 2-point conversion, and the Soul lead 12-8 after 1. Late first half, Cleveland QB Shane Austin hits his go-to guy, Dominic Goodman, with the scoring strike, and the Gladiators lead in a low-scoring affair, 15-12 at the half. A little shimmy shake there. Now it's time to cue up the Rayshon Kaiser highlight reel. Kaiser tied for third on the league's all-time interception list with Arizona's Marquise Floyd. Picks off Austin for the third time of the night. We go to the replay to make sure it was an interception. Kaiser goes up, makes a football move. That, folks, is an interception. A little later, it's Kaiser once again getting his fourth pick, an AFL postseason record in all. Soul picked off Austin 5 times on the night. That led to the Derek, the Boss Ross touchdown off a Radaba swing pass to tie the score at 29. Now, Austin had some issues through the air, but none on the ground. He keeps it here. Watch the move. Right there, keeps it and scores 3 rushing TDs on the night for the Gladiators QB. Fast forward to the end of the game. 1 second remaining, and Philly leading by 1. Gladiators kicker Aaron Petrie lines up for the 37-yard field goal. Petrie splits the uprights, and Cleveland wins on the last play of the game for the 6th time this season. The Cardiac Kids from Cleveland get it done once again, and they advance to the American Conference Championship game. The other American Conference first-round matchup featured number 2 Orlando, who with a record of 11-7 secured home field advantage by winning the South Division. The Predators hosted Pittsburgh, the number 3 seed, who tied Arizona for the league's second best record at 15-3. But it is Orlando getting the victory, 56-48. And check out the numbers on Predators QB Bernard Morris. 4 touchdowns through the air, 4 on the ground. And Orlando will face Cleveland next week, the American Conference Championship game. In the National Conference last night, San Jose, number 2 seed, and winners of the Pacific Division with a record of 13-5, hosted Spokane, the number 3 seed, who finished the year at 11-7, and the SaberCats raced out to a 28-0 halftime lead and coasted to a 55-28 victory to advance to the National Conference Championship game, where they will play the winner of this afternoon's Arizona-Portland game. Let's now take a look at the final power rankings from the regular season, and on top are the Cleveland Gladiators, who finished the regular season with a record of 17-1. They are followed by Pittsburgh, San Jose, your Arizona Rattlers, Spokane, Orlando, and Jacksonville. All right, when we come back, we're going to pay a visit with the Rattlers players to the Cox Solutions store, where some lucky fans were able to come away with some free tickets and VIP packages to this afternoon's game. We'll have that and much more when we come back.
I like to go out on the town, hit the floor, and double down. Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two, catch a game
with my crew.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Here they know my name.
They got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
He rides wakeboards and dirt bikes. He's a rebuilder of boats and a maker of race cars. And that makes him a killer manufacturing engineer. This is Launch Point by Edgeback.
Watch Launch Point Sunday at 6:30 p.m. and Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. only on Cox 7. Launch Point is brought to you in part by Arizona Commerce Authority. In Arizona, we're manufacturing a revolution. Join us, Arizona Commerce Authority.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the 2-time defending 4-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a 3rd straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
It's been a very tough year for me personally and my family. But you know, like that Rocky saying, it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get up and keep moving forward. And so that's what I'm going to try to do, and I'm going to just go out there and play a football game that my father taught me how to play as a young child, and something that I love to do. And you know, it would mean more important to me that we win it for my teammates, because that's the type of person that my parents raised me to be, a selfless leader. And it's about the guy next to you. And I come from a big family, so I know about camaraderie and a brotherhood.
Nick has absolutely played this season with a heavy heart. His father, Fernando, passed away in late May at the age of 52. It is amazing how Nick has been able to keep it together and play at an AFL MVP level all season long. There's nothing that he wants more than to lead this team to a third straight Arena Bowl championship. All right, let's now send things back over to Lindsay Smith and see what she's got going on as things heat up here in the Snake Pit. Lindsay?
Thanks, Chris. Well, this past week, Cox 7 and the Rattlers hosted a player and sidewinder meet and greet at the Santan. We're invited to come hang out with the team and get autographs, and everyone was also able to snag 2 free ticket vouchers with a demo of Cox Contour or Cox Home Security, as well as enter to win one of 10 VIP packs to tonight's game. And while we were there, we caught up with Shmonty from KDKB, who came out for the radio promo, and he talked with us about why he's such a big Rattlers fan.
Well, the Rattlers, we actually met doing some charity work when I first started on the morning show, and we did a charity event for them. They did a charity event for us. They invited us to play in their media challenge, which some team won. I forgot who it was. All right, it was Cox 7. They won the media challenge, and I'm still bitter, by the way, but we'll get them next year. And we're out here with the Rattlers because we love supporting these guys. They're the most winningest franchise in Phoenix, going for their 3-peat Arena Bowl, and we just love giving the fans family fun entertainment. We're a family-friendly morning show, family-friendly radio station, and you can't get much more family-friendly or fun than the Arizona Rattlers.
We all had a great time at the meet and greet at the Cox Solutions store last week. A big thank you to all the fans who came out to support the team. Over 250 people are here in the Snake Pit today, thanks to the Rattlers and Cox Communications. And we also want to send a big shout out to AZ All Trans for donating 1,000 tickets to local charities for today's game. Chris?
And thank you so much, Lindsay. All right, that'll do it for us here in the Rattlers pregame show on Cox 7. Coming up next, National Conference semifinal matchup between the #1 seeded Arizona Rattlers with a record of 15-3 against #4 seed Portland Thunder, who check in with a record of 5-13. Sit back and enjoy the game, everybody.
Sanderson Ford. Country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
Sanderson Ford.
Star Multitainment Center, where kids are the stars.
Some of the greatest moments in Arizona high school football have happened on Cox 7. For over 30 years, we've covered Arizona football, sharing both triumphs and tribulations. Join us this fall as the tradition continues. The Gilbert Tigers take on the Mesquite Wildcats in the season opener August 28th at 7 p.m. High school football is sponsored in part by Arizona Christian University. Watch the ACU Firestorm play their inaugural football season Saturdays on Cox 7 starting August 23rd.
As they pursue a third straight Arena Bowl crown, be relentless. That is the phrase that Coach Kevin Guy used in the message to his team. Today, the pursuit officially begins as the Arizona Rattlers play host to the Portland Thunder in AFL playoff action here on Cox 7 Arizona. Well, hi again, everybody, alongside the former Dallas Cowboy, Dale Hellestrae, and thrilled you can be part of our playoff coverage here on Cox 7. And I know this Rattlers team in particular, Dale, thrilled to get the playoffs started because, let's face it, they limped to the finish line in the regular season.
Well, we talked in the pregame show that this team, this is what they prepared for all season, is this opportunity today. You're going to see a rejuvenated team. You're going to see a team that's going to get back to playing physical football, Arizona Rattler football. You're going to see an entire different team than you've seen this last month.
Yeah, the last 4 games, as we take a look at the numbers, not really reflective of what this team has done, even dating back to last year when you consider a 14-game win streak this year, 4 last year, 18 all told, but these numbers don't suggest that.
They don't, and you look at them and you go, wow, what happened to the Rattlers? Well, a couple things. Number one, they clinched their division. They have 2 home playoff games if they win today. And you start to pull back as your coach guy saying, I'm not going to show a whole lot of things. I'm going to wait for the playoffs. And then you're trying to rest guys because this is when their season starts.
Well, and just like the National Football League, in the AFL, it's no different. You are only as good as your starting quarterback, and the Rattlers have a very good one. Now, Nick Davila, like his team, has struggled in the last 4 games, and Nick would be the first to tell you, but he has risen to the occasion in the last 3 years during this stretch.
He's played very well in playoff games. The bigger the game, the better Nick plays. They've got some things up their sleeve that they're going to pull out today because defense has been playing them differently. You're going to see more points from this Rattler offense.
Well, this is a young Portland defense. Now, their 5 wins don't really suggest how stingy this club is. Eric Crocker leads a very physical secondary. Unfortunately, they were dealt the blow last week when they lost one of their key contributors, Barney Sonic.
They are still young, but as Coach Guy said, they have 18 games under the belt, so they are really not a rookie team anymore. Look for them to be flying around this afternoon.
It is playoff time in the Snake Pit. We'll kick it off when we come back.
Sanderson Ford. Country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
Sanderson Ford.
Rattlers in the all-black this afternoon as they prepare defense of their back-to-back Arena Bowl crowns, playing host to the 5-13 Portland Thunder. Portland will go to work offensively first as they are set to receive. But before we get to that, let's get to our keys to the game. Dale Illustrate.
Obviously, this team needs to stop turning the ball over. We're talking about the Rattlers. They've had some careless turnovers here down the stretch. And another big thing to keep an eye on is how successful are they in the red zone. They've seen some different red zone defenses here of late. I'm sure Portland will try and emulate that. How successful can Arizona be? And then the Rattlers need to get back to playing Rattler football. And that means being relentless and physical from the first snap until the final quarter ends.
Dwight McClain, number 21, will drop back deep to receive. As we set aside from the injury to Sony, this is a Portland team also lost another one of their key defenders in Jake McDonough, talented defensive lineman who has called up the NFL for the Washington Redskins. So a team filled with a lot of rookies, a lot of inexperience. So in many ways, you look at this Portland team led by their first-year head coach Matthew Sock and kind of playing with house money.
Not a whole lot expected out of them, and sometimes teams play a lot better when they don't have that pressure on them. That, you know what, you hang around this first quarter, and if you continue to stay in this football game, the longer it's a close game, the more pressure's on this Arizona Rattlers football club.
And away we go into these 2014 AFL playoffs for the Rattlers. Santamorn gets it started off nicely. No return opportunity for McClain. And the Portland offense coming out averaging just over 45 points per game. Stanley Daniels, Markowitz, and Martinez, the group up front, in charge of protecting their starting quarterback. McNeil, Howard, Brooks, and Brandon Lockhart, the skill players and the key skill players. Missed 7 games, and as we talk, Dale, that's why you really don't look at this 5-win team as being indicative of how talented they are. If Kyle Raleigh plays the entire season, you're probably adding at least another 4, maybe 5 wins to their season. Raleigh takes to the air, drops it nicely over the top of that Rattlers defense, but his intended receiver unable to hang on. Jamar Howard, boy, well-placed throw there by Raleigh, but tough break there for the Thunder.
A little confusion trying to get the first play, and that's something that you probably script a little bit, and confusion on that Portland offense.
Here's that Rattlers defense led by Dukes. Santosh Hawthorne enjoying an outstanding 2014 campaign. Marcus Pittman as well. Tyree Glassford, Jeremy Kellum getting the start at the Jack linebacker, and then Brown, Chapman, and Floyd patrolling the secondary for the Rattlers. Here on second down, Raleigh out of his own end zone, passing, looking across the middle. And the receiver and DB, Arkeith Brown, colliding. Jeffrey Solomon looked to be the intended receiver, 6'1", second-year player out of Washington State.
And Jason Gathers, number 5, just signed this week, has had a nice AFL career, but he's lining up at that Jack linebacker after a week of practice. So we'll keep an eye on Jason Gathers. Does he get the defensive checks? Because that secondary is constantly changing things on the run, and they have to be on the same page.
Here on 3rd and long. Raleigh looks, has his man Howard there, connects nicely for the first down. Howard, a big target out of Central Missouri State University, 6'4", 215, and grabs his 45th reception on the year.
Well, they get Antosh Hawthorne. We didn't see it there on the replay for contact with Raleigh's helmet. And that's something that this Rattler coaching staff has really been on the defensive front, that you have to change that strike zone. You cannot hit the quarterback below the knees, and you can't hit him above the shoulders. Doesn't matter how hard or how soft. The officials are going to throw the flag if that happens.
And contributing to that 1-3 finish Dale, has been the defense's inability to get off the field on third down. As that pass, again intended for Howard, a little bit behind and nearly picked off as Kellum was back there and just missed the INT.
There's been some inopportune penalties. They had a couple of penalties on interceptions. And just watch right down here. You talk about one-on-one coverage and maybe the toughest job on the field. You have Jeremy Kellum one-on-one with Jamar Howard in a lot of open space. And what we've noticed also last month of the season, officials allowing some contact downfield, allowing those DBs to be a little more physical.
6 interceptions on the year. Rowley kind of mishandling the snap and get the whistles and the penalty flag.
Ball start, number 72, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second out.
Brandon Lockhart, the rookie out of Oregon State, is our referee. Scott Campbell today.
Well, that's where that home field advantage comes into play a little bit. It's awful loud here, and the fans get into it. They understand when to be loud and when to be quiet, and they can induce some pre-snap penalties.
Opening series here, if you're just tuning in. Rowley, deep drop, looking for the corner. And off the hands of his intended receiver, Doug McNeil, who was able to get his big frame in front of the defender, Kellum. And McNeil, who had 18 touchdown grabs on the season, missed a sure touchdown grab there.
McNeil, 6'3" and 200 pounds, looked like he had a chance to catch this. Again, a little physical contact down the field with Jeremy Kellum. And McNeil, 6'3", 200 pounds, 9 catches against the Rattlers in their previous game.
Sets up another 3rd and long here for Rowley and the Thunder. Has pressure, has to jump and throw. Is able to complete it, and the receiver breaks away from poor tackling, and into the end zone goes Doug McNeil after dropping one a moment ago. Fights off 2 Rattler defenders and takes it in for the Portland touchdown.
2 things on this play. Number 1, shows a lot of maturity by Kyle Rowley, going right back to McNeil. Even though you're going to see him right here, he's going to end up coming out here late. Come right back to the receiver who dropped the touchdown pass, and then the receiver, being Douglas McNeil, breaks a couple tackles, forgets the last play, and scores a touchdown.
Extra point by Ramirez is good. 9:54 to go first quarter. It's
The Thunder converting on a couple of 3rd and longs, come up with the first points of the afternoon here in this National Conference semifinal. Thunder on top, 7-0.
The Auction Indian community and Troon Golf invite you to tee up a pure golf experience at Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club. Ranked as one of the top 10 best courses you can play in Arizona by Golf Week, Auction Southern Dunes is known for its relaxed atmosphere, premier course conditions, and spectacular service. Just 30 minutes south of Sky Harbor Airport, Auction Southern Dunes features stunning golf and a casual yet elegant restaurant. Visit us at golfsoutherndunes.com for the best available rates. Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club, a pure golf experience.
Portland Thunder strike first here on the road in this National Conference semifinal game. Let's check in with another member of our broadcast team today, Lindsey Smith.
And we're already posting them online. The players found some celebrity lookalikes for each member of the Rattlers organization, and we're going to share a few of them with you tonight. To get things started, we're going to check out one. It's Michael Huey and Russell from Up. So be sure to head over to our Facebook page at Cox 7 Arizona Sports or Twitter at Cox 7 Arizona. Let us know what you think about these lookalikes and if you think there are a few more that we should know about. Guys?
All right, thank you very much, Lindsey.
Oh, my goodness. Why do I always got to make fun of the offensive lineman? Have you seen the movie Up?
I have.
You have?
Great movie.
Your kids are like in college, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, I drug them to the movie.
Oh, did you?
Brown is back deep to receive here for the Rattlers. Fields it cleanly off of the net, but has some pressure right off the bat as he turns, and a nice job there by Portland's Dwight McLean, who was able to get down and beat the coverage. And short return there for Brown, and Brown probably still stinging a little bit after the poor tackling led to the touchdown for Portland's McNeil. Let's take a look at this Rattlers offense. They have been the gold standard over the last 3+ seasons. Huey, Carter, and Dixon up front. A unit that's just allowed 7 sacks is Tyson Poots. Takes it on a quick little swing pass from Davila, Rod Windsor, Kerry Reed, Tyson Poots, Alex Singleton in the backfield. And of course, one big name and face missing in that group, Maurice Purify. He is done for this weekend, and that is a big loss, Dale. A guy that grabbed 30 touchdown catches on the season. Here's Davila. Sets, throws, completes to Windsor for an Arizona first down. And we take a closer examination of the numbers for Nick Davila.
We talked about in the open. You see the numbers there in the first part of the season. We got so used to seeing one-play drives, 30, 40-yard touchdown throws. Defense has taken that away. Can Nick and the receivers be patient for an entire game?
Going up top here has Kerry Reed for an Arizona touchdown. Well, Reed getting the start in place of the injured Maurice Purify, and he gives a little lesson to the youngster Pila, who gets the start in the secondary in place of the injured Sony. That play goes for 33 yards.
So much for patience as I'm espousing that. One-on-one, Kerry Reed, just so under-publicized for the things he does for this football team. A coach's favorite. You see the one-on-one move. Great hands, great route runner, and this offense strikes right back.
All right, Tannemorn comes in. There is a penalty marker thrown. And no flag, but it is good. And that ties it up. Davila to Reed. 7-7 with 7:40 to play here in the first.
I like to go out on the town, hit the floor,
And double down.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two, catch a game.
With my crew.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Here they know my name.
They got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
Hey Rattler fans, I'm Chris Coraggio. Did you know that the busiest orthopedic hospital in the Valley is now the official hospital of your Arizona Rattlers? I'm talking about Oasis Hospital, which transforms the healthcare experience. They treat their patients just like family. And now they're part of the Rattlers family. Oasis is thrilled to partner up with the most exciting team in all of the Arena League. To learn more about Oasis Hospital, visit their website, oasishospital.com. And go Rattlers!
'15 season tickets to the Rattlers are now on sale. Be a part of championship football in the desert by calling 602-514-TD-TD or by going to azrattlers.com. Great seats are still available. 7-7 as we welcome you back here to Auction Indian Community Field inside U.S. Airways Center. Another great crowd on hand. Some of the fans still filtering in here on this Sunday afternoon. Final game of conference semifinal action. And some surprising results around the league. One that took place back in the American Conference with Orlando stunning Pittsburgh earlier today.
Everybody thought Pittsburgh was going to be beating Cleveland, and Cleveland keeps rolling along, albeit very close games, but they're still playing. And then San Jose dominating Spokane yesterday.
Another great kick by Rattanamorn. What a weapon he has been since returning from the exile of the Kevin Guy Rattler doghouse.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that doghouse, and he wasn't for very long, and he's come back, done a nice job, and that's another key component. Once you get in the playoffs, you haven't seen the explosive
the kick was
plays.
unreturnable by rule. The offsides by the kicking team is declined. First down, Portland, 5-yard line.
You have not seen explosive plays by this Rattler special teams group. We're used to seeing a kickoff return, changing of field position, some of those things, and that has not been here as of late.
Going back to that touch back there by Rattanamorn, the one thing you and I have talked a lot about the last 2 years with Maurice Purify, not only do you lose him as an offensive weapon, but he was one of their best special team players as well. Rally out of his own end zone, drops it off to Howard, and Howard run along the 5-yard line and finally run out of bounds there by newly acquired Jason Geathers, but there is a penalty marker in the end zone, and they are pointing towards the Rattlers.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, number 77, the defense. Hitting the quarterback below the knees. 10 yards into the run. Automatic. First down.
See Jason Geathers there, but that's the second illegal hit on the quarterback, and you're going to see him coming right into your living room. That's Antox Hawthorne, and again, it's one of those things, the rule says can't hit him below the knees, above the head. Was that his fault? Not necessarily, but they're going to throw the flag. They've been mandated by the league.
Rally with a first down to work with, goes up top, and pass is complete as McNeil. Well, then the other official came in off the backside of the play, and I was about to say that Kevin Guy will be quickly challenging this because it appeared from our vantage point that he did trap it against the turf.
Contact down the field right in the middle of your screen. Kellum gets away with a little bit of a bump, and got to give McNeil credit. Continue to fight for the football. Ball was thrown early. See the ball come out pretty clear cut, but if you don't have a nice angle on the play, McNeil does a nice job bringing the ball back up into his stomach.
Ends up second down here, and penalty marker down is
Number 6, offense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
play clock running down there on Rowley and the Thunder.
In my mind, though, that's a championship quarterback right there, Kyle Rowley. His offense wasn't ready. They weren't sure of the play. So what do? Let's take the 5-yard penalty. We're not going to waste the timeout. We can still pick up a first down. He goes over, talks to his head coach and says, we're fine, relax, and let's line up and do it again.
On second and long, comes near side here as a wide open receiver. Jamar Howard again. And they are finding some spots in this Rattlers defense. First down, Portland.
Kyle Rowley, great experience and leadership. He loves to compete. Coach Guy even said he's got a little Brett Favre in him where he'll jaw with the defensive lineman a little bit, but he loves to get out there and compete. And I love to watch players like that, and his teammates respond to him. As you said, if he would have played the entire season, this team probably wins 4 or 5 more football games.
First down here as Portland moves into Arizona territory. Rowley again kind of lobs that one up, and it will be a catch by McNeil. Stopped him just short of the first down marker.
Understand the touch that he has to throw this ball. Jason Geathers, number 5, is standing right in front of McNeil, and Jason Geathers is 6'3" and is athletic, can jump, and Rowley able to throw the ball with touch over him and complete the pass.
Well, we've seen him do that a couple of times already in this opening quarter. You see Geathers getting a little bit of a break. Rowley looks, will be picked off in the end zone. at the 20. On the cutback, Kellum at the 5. Leapfrogs one defender. And ridden down around the 3 or 4 yard line. Couple penalty markers thrown. As Jeremy Kellum is sat in wait. And the pass thrown right to him.
After the change of possession, personal foul, number 70, Arizona. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Arizona keeps the ball. First down.
Get Marcus Pittman for a block in the back, about 25 yards behind Kellum. You can see Jeremy Kellum is right there. Watch him read Rowley's eyes, make a break on the ball, and jumps the route. Now, my one criticism of Jeremy, be patient. You got Dukes for a blocker, but you got to use him. And we're not going to see the block in the back by Pittman, who just got lit up by Coach Kevin Guy, because instead of having the ball on the 3-yard line, they're now back on the 22.
For Kellum, that goes down as his 7th pick of the season. Davila, one play, call it, an Arizona touchdown. Now the youngster Pila not taken to school again.
Well, you can see Pila, he's kind of kicking himself. He's upset with himself, but it's almost unfair. One-on-one against one of the best receivers in arena football. Pila's feet get caught up under him, and nice touch on the throw, and Windsor makes it look way too easy.
Point after is good. And the Rattlers converting after the defense comes up with the interception. Arizona climbs in front, 14-7.
Sanderson Ford. Country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
Sanderson Ford.
Star Multitainment Center, where kids are the stars.
14-7, Rattlers with the lead over the visiting Portland Thunder. Let's check in with Chris Harris downstairs.
Thank you so much, Kay. Right here with Rod Windsor, who led the league with 44 touchdowns during the regular season. Just caught a bomb from Nick Davila right there. Take us through what you guys saw on film this week that you could exploit Portland's secondary.
Well, we didn't know that their middleman was going to be out this game, so we see that they changed the middleman up and they got to go more man. And we seen they were going man, so we're just taking advantage of it.
Take us through the mindset here in the playoffs, the difference between the postseason and the regular season.
Can you repeat that?
The mindset of the team between the regular season and the postseason and how it changes.
It's win or go home. You know, everybody want to keep playing. So we got to come and put our foot down and go get this win.
Thanks so much, Rod. Appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, let's get it back upstairs, guy. Rod Windsor getting it done in the postseason.
Well, he has gotten it done since he has worn a Rattlers uniform. As McClain will get his first opportunity for the return. Breaks it out across the 5. Kind of waits for something to develop and pushes his way out close to the 14-yard line.
I don't know if there's been a guy who has talked about less and done more in this league than Rod Windsor. 124 catches during the regular season, 1,685 yards, and 44 touchdowns. And yet somehow he almost goes unnoticed. And it's mind-boggling the numbers that Rod puts up year after year. Just astounding and another fantastic all-arena type year.
Yeah, 45 touchdown grabs now, leading the league in that category as McNeil again makes the grab from Rowley and surges ahead for a Portland first down.
Interesting to see how this young Portland team responds. Again, you have a championship pedigree quarterback in Kyle Rowley, but I think this early in the game, can they go down and answer Arizona's score? Can Kyle shake off the interception and the offensive output of this Rattler team and go down and score a touchdown?
They have not had a problem moving the ball thus far. Rowley looks to the outside and unable to hang on was Jeffrey Solomon. Took a peek upfield and was to be greeted by the dasher boards there. Want to welcome our viewing audience in the Portland area. Our feed being sent back there as their fans eager to see an upset. Those viewing on Comcast Northwest. Final minute of play here in the first quarter with Arizona on top 14-7. Winner advances to take on San Jose next Sunday in the conference final. Rowley deep drop and throws this one away and almost threw a second straight interception.
A little miscommunication. You had Jeffrey Solomon and Jamar Howard not exactly sure what they were supposed to do there. Kyle expected one of them to do something different. You see Jamar Howard come wide open there for a split second. That's one thing this Rattler defensive secondary with their experience is able to do is mix things up, give you different looks on almost every snap.
Third down, and they will not get the snap off before the end of the opening quarter here in this National Conference semifinal. From the Snake Pit. And it finds the two-time defending Arena Bowl champion Arizona Rattlers leading the Portland Thunder 14-7.
For document solutions for your business, trust the leader, All Copy Products. Our managed print services solution provides a worry-free printing environment, making your business more efficient and saving you money. Learn more now at allcopyproducts.com.
I like to go out on town, hit the floor, and double down. Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two, catch a game
with my crew.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Here they know my name.
They got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
For document solutions for your business, trust the leader, All Copy Products. Our managed print services solution provides a worry-free printing environment, making your business more efficient and saving you money. Learn more now at allcopyproducts.com.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the two-time defending four-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a third straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
As we are just about set for second quarter play. And one of our showcase performers for the Rattlers Sidewinders, Tierra. She'll be heading to the Arena Bowl, which the Rattlers would love if she just stays home.
Now, what's she hoping for? Would she like a trip
right.
in August to Cleveland and watch Arizona beat Cleveland in the Arena Bowl, or would she rather stay here? But congratulations, that's a great honor.
Angie Baker, who is the Sidewinders leader, will be the director of the AFL Dream Team that'll be performing in the Arena Bowl. And so congratulations to her as well. Third down here for Raleigh and the Thunder, trailing 14-7. Has some pressure, throwing back corner, turning, and is it a touchdown or an interception? Incompletion. Boy, McNeil made an incredible adjustment to the football, and as he rolled, the ball kind of went up against that back dasher board, and then Kellum took it out of his hands.
I'm not so sure if this, if the nose of the ball might hit right there, and the good call. Nice job by the officials. That's why you're officiating playoff games. Look at that, just like a home plate umpire.
Jim Corpora, part of a outstanding AFL officiating crew today, led by referee Scott Campbell. Fourth down here. Raleigh again with pressure, and is able to complete the pass as Raleigh driven into the turf once again, and now a late penalty flag.
Well, and I'm not sure if that's going to be an unsportsmanlike taunting call against Portland's McNeil.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 5 in the offense. The line the game was made. It's going to be 10 yards from the dead ball spot. Portland, first down.
So they convert the fourth down, so it will be first down, but we'll go back and look at the play.
Can't ask for Jeremy Kellum to do a whole lot more than that. Just better execution by Raleigh and Jamar Howard. And again, be excited that you made the catch, but don't hurt your team by taunting the opposition.
On first down, Raleigh throwing for the end zone, and boy, Howard leaping high. Looked like his helmet hit the bottom and now comes back over the dasher boards. Takes an absolute beating on that play.
6'4", 215 pounds. And watch this play right here. I mean, hits the iron just above him, but look at the go for it mentality. Almost has it, would have had it if the iron wasn't there. Get the roughing the passer call, and you get the strike zone down, but as you watch this unfold, the officials obviously have been mandated to call anything that looks close to roughing the quarterback.
Leon Mackey rung up for that call. And that is 3 roughing the passer penalties that have been.
Delay a game. Offense number 6. The tight end never declared. The play clock ran out. That's charged to the offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So 3 of those infractions charged to the Rattlers defense. And Dale, a fine line between being aggressive and kind of sending a message early and keeping drives alive.
And that's what has hampered the Rattlers down the stretch. Is, hey, there's certain times when a penalty is not going to hurt you. But they had a couple roughing the passer penalties late in the season on interceptions. So it nullified the interception.
Raleigh has time, now has to tuck, throw. And again, nearly picked off is Kerry Reed, who's playing a little defense this series and dropped back in coverage and was able to get his hands on it.
And the coach guy, when we talked to him on Friday, a couple things he said. He said, we can't afford to have stupid penalties. He said, we're harping on these guys. He said, we constantly talk to our pass rushers. Can't hit below the knees, can't hit above the shoulder pads. You have to zone in on that strike zone. And so that's got to be frustrating to see this happen early in the football game.
Here on second down, Raleigh kind of lost his balance for a moment, and then Howard shoved into the dasher boards. That pass high and out in front of him. Kellum there on the coverage. Well, Howard has taken an absolute beating in this series.
From the Rattlers and from the dasher boards. But they are letting Jeremy Kellum get awful physical in the defensive backfield. And see this pass rush coming in, and Raleigh trying to draw another flag saying he hit me in the helmet, and brings up 3rd down.
Quick throw has Howard on the slant, cuts back at the 5 and dropped at the 1.
Really nice execution by Raleigh and Howard. You're going to watch right here. There's a little drag route underneath the defense. And nice execution. Get the ball inside the 1-yard line, not allowing any of the distractions to bother this Portland offense.
Deep drop here for Raleigh, trying to buy himself some space. He does, and throws for the Portland touchdown. McNeil comes up with it again.
I think that ball hung up a little bit longer than Kyle Raleigh would like to see it, as McNeil came open earlier than that, and the ball would have been there sooner. That dasher board wouldn't have been in his midsection. Great hands. Love to see receivers catch the ball with their hands rather than wait for it to hit their shoulder pads.
Point after is good. And another successful drive for the Thunder. Ties it up. Arizona 14, Portland 14.
It's not tough if you're better than them, you know. And, you know, what I do tell the team, there's a 10-game rule, okay? If you play somebody 10 times, you may beat them 9 out of 10 times, but there's always that one day, okay, that they can show up and beat you, and don't let it be this day, you know. And, you know, and that's kind of what the message has been all week long. And, you know, but I like my guys. I like who we got in our locker room. We got guys on our team that's won multiple championships, and I think that this is the time of year that experience is going to show up.
Now Coach Kevin Guy uttering those cautionary words to his club, and words I'm sure they were well aware of because of that veteran leadership that he went out of his way to praise this week, talking about how those guys really have stepped up. But there's a veteran there in Raleigh, and he's doing everything in his power to make his team believe. And right now they're tied 14-14. A short kick, kind of a knuckleball bounce that Brown is fortunate to retrieve. And that allows good coverage special teams for Portland. And Brown is down as he crosses the 5 out around the 6-yard line.
Offside. 10-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. Arizona's ball, first down.
First chance to see this Portland defense. Former Rattler right there. Antron Dillon, Marquise Jackson, the nose guard. Casey Obi, Paige Moss, Brandon Tett. And in the secondary, Eric Crocker. Pila gets the start in place of Sony along with Dwight McLean. Davila looks to the middle, finds Poots. Poots with his grab there, coming off of a strong performance last week. 11 grabs, 128 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a loss at Orlando.
That's only the 5th play here that Arizona has run offensively to Portland's 20, which is another recipe to try and slow this offense down, is keep them off the football field. But one thing is going to be painfully clear here is this Portland Thunder defense has got to give a little bit of help to Bryce Pila in the middle.
Davila finds Poots again in the middle. Shakes off one defender. And with a second effort, takes it all the way down to the Portland 3-yard line, close to the 2. And you hear the chants of Poots raining down out of the stands here.
Nice protection up front. See the physicality there. That's the other thing all the Arizona receivers are known for, their size and their physicality after they catch the football. None of them like to get tackled.
Windsor the motion man. They'll give it to the fullback Singleton, who's ridden down after a very short gain. His former teammate Antron Dillon rides him down from behind.
Kind of interesting watching how Arizona's going to attack this red zone defense. Last week against Orlando, they weren't rushing their defensive line. All they rushed was the nose tackle. Defensive ends kind of stood up, got their hands in the passing lanes, and really difficult for Nick Davila to find his receivers and complete passes down inside the 5-yard line.
Davila sets, throws, and penalty marker comes in as he fires this one incomplete into the VIP section back behind the end zone.
Number 11, out of the box. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
You see Dante Page-Moss. We saw defensive coordinator Will Mulder move him around in the last meeting.
Well, they moved him around because he jumped off sides defensive line-wise. You get 2 of those, you have to come out of the game, but he wreaked so much havoc in the middle last game. Surprised we don't see him with his hand on the ground.
Davila, quick snap, pushed from behind there by Singleton. Gets a great surge up front. Touchdown, Rattlers.
They've worked on the quarterback sneak a little bit. Remember, there's more to it than just snapping the ball and having the quarterback go forward. They fumbled a couple of those coming down the stretch, and the quarterback has to make sure he stays in there a little bit. He has to give his offensive line time to get a little bit of a surge, and that looked like a team that worked on the quarterback sneak.
Whistles and penalty marker thrown.
Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Even with the extra yardage tacked on, or Tanamorn punches it through. And the Rattlers leading at 21-14, 6:07 to play here in the first half.
The Auction Indian community and Troon Golf invite you to tee up a pure golf experience at Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club. Ranked as one of the top 10 best courses you can play in Arizona by Golf Week, Auction Southern Dunes is known for its relaxed atmosphere, premier course conditions, and spectacular service. Just 30 minutes south of Sky Harbor Airport, Auction Southern Dunes features stunning golf and a casual yet elegant restaurant. Visit us at golfsoutherndunes.com for the best available rates. Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club, a pure golf experience.
Hey Rattler fans, I'm Chris Coraggio. Did you know that the busiest orthopedic hospital in the Valley is now the official hospital of your Arizona Rattlers? I'm talking about Oasis Hospital, which transforms the healthcare experience. They treat their patients just like family. And now they're part of the Rattlers family. Oasis is thrilled to partner up with the most exciting team in all of the Arena League. To learn more about Oasis Hospital, visit their website, oasishospital.com. And go Rattlers!
Hey, 21-14, Arizona on top of Portland. Let's check in once again with Lindsey Smith.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the Rattlers are excited to announce that the new azrattlers.com is now live. The website has been revamped to bring you all your Rattlers needs. You can stay up to date with ticket info, player appearances, and more. So be sure to check out the new and improved azrattlers.com. Guys?
Thank you, Lindsey. .6:07 to play here in the second quarter from Ak-Chin Indian Community Field inside U.S. Airways Center, downtown Phoenix. The National Conference semifinal. The Rattlers on top 21-14 as Rattanamorn's got it teed up. McLean back deep awaits. And the Rattlers get a great bounce out of that one, but McLean alertly tapping it out of play. And
And that's still a smart play by McLean because there was no way he was going to get to that football. Just being aware of where you are on the field. Tremendous job by him.
yeah, you'll take that penalty versus a loose ball and a Rattlers touchdown on the special teams, and all of a sudden you're down by 2 scores.
Yes.
Rally from his own end zone, has a wide open receiver. Boy, and a tough break there, because if Solomon and Rally connect, he might be standing in the end zone right now.
You can see there's one defender over here, and that's Arkeeb Brown, and there's 2 receivers, and getting over there a little bit late was Jeremy Kellum.
Here's Howard across the middle, and Kellum with a nice open field tackle drags him down, but not before he surges ahead for the Portland first down.
Very impressed with the poise of this Portland Thunder team. Last time they were here, a lot of emotion starting before the first snap of the football game, the pregame ceremonies, and that kind of carried over to the game a little bit, but very impressed with the way they're carrying themselves, the way they're handling this pressure situation, and they just continue to hang around.
Yeah, I think that is a great point. We have not seen a whole lot of bravado, with the exception of the one kind of taunting call down there, but outside of that, especially with their defense, because that's where most of the chirping had been coming from in that last meeting. But yeah, to your point, a very business-like approach here today by this very young Portland Thunder team.
Got to give a lot of credit to Matthew Salk, the head coach, and defensive coordinator Will Mulder, because I'm sure that's not how they want the Thunder to be represented.
Second down here as Raleigh trying to make an adjustment. Wants Howard out a little bit wider. And that one had some trouble written all over it.
Looked like John Martinez, the fullback, started coming forward before the snap.
Ball start. Number 71, offense. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
6'2", 325 pounds. When you just lean a little bit, everybody in the arena will see it. Not a little guy like you, Kevin, who nobody might notice.
Hide behind those big behemoths. we get the clarification from referee Scott Campbell. Under 3.5 to play here in the first half. Rattlers leading at 21-14. Rally, quick throw, finds Solomon, another penalty flag, and it looks like we may have another infraction against this Rattlers defense, and that's the indication.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 97 with a blow to the head. 10 yards to the end of the run, automatic, first down.
That's 2 on Mackey of the 4.
Ball's gone, and whether it's intentional or unintentional, people need to understand that can be frustrating. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit him in the head, but if you did hit the quarterback in the head, they are going to throw the flag.
Rally with a fresh set of downs, throwing to the end zone, has Howard, and a great battle there in the end zone between he and Kellum, and Kellum able to get his hand in there and bat it away for the incompletion.
A little frustration on Howard's part. Again, the ball seemed to take a long time to get there because Howard had a step on Jeremy Kellum, and by the time the ball got there, Kellum gave him a little left shoulder nudge and able to knock the ball loose. It just seems like the ball coming out of Rally's hands is just a little bit late.
Rally looks right, throws left, and incomplete, intended for McNeil, and Marquise Floyd steps in to break that pass up. See a happy fan who's got a souvenir.
Well, one might have taken it off the nose there, make sure the glasses are okay.
Eyes are watering a little bit.
Part of coming to an Arena Football League game, you get to keep a souvenir, you're close to the action, got to have your head on a swivel.
On third down, Rally comes near side to Solomon, makes a nice inside move to get past Arkeith Brown. And it will be a Portland first down.
Well, what's great about this, not only the throw and the catch, and give Solomon a lot of credit for not only catching the football, making a nice move, but this is going to take us down to the 1-minute warning. And now Portland kind of controls this. Going to force Arizona to use timeouts and try and get the ball back before the half ends.
We have reached that 1-minute warning with the Rattlers on top of the Thunder 21-14 here in the National Conference semifinal.
Sanderson Ford, country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford country.
Sanderson Ford.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the two-time defending four-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a third straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
21-14, Arizona on top. 1 minute left here in the first half. Let's go downstairs. Chris Harris standing by with a special guest.
Thank you so much, guys. Here with Gary Webb and James Farrar of AZ All Trans, one of the great partners of the Arizona Rattlers. And guys, you did a very special thing here this afternoon for this playoff game. What was it?
Well, we donated 1,000 tickets for the benefit of the vets and the children.
And why did you want to benefit those two groups and get them here to the game?
I mean, I just love it here, you know, and it's a chance for them to see it, chance to get the kids out, something to give back to the community. The community's been real good to us. We wanted to give something back.
And the community is a big thing for the Arizona Rattlers as well. What is it about your relationship with the Rattlers that makes it so important for you guys?
You know, it's a great organization. They do a lot back for the community, a lot with the kids, a lot with the vets. Every time I turn around, they're doing something new, and I just love it.
Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Rally here on first down, scrambles, throws, and pass incomplete. McNeil, the intended receiver. And just 4 seconds elapses, though.
Really surprised that you don't see Portland run the football once or twice down here. Remember, inside of 1 minute, incomplete passes stop the clock. If you go out of bounds, it stops the clock. But what you'd like to do is force Arizona to use their timeouts before you give them the ball back.
Here on second down, Rally looks to his left, throws to the middle. Solomon there, hangs on for the Portland score. Oh, no, they're going to say he stepped out of the back of the end zone before making the catch, but there is another penalty marker down in the backfield.
Hitting the quarterback after the ball was thrown. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic. First down.
Well, first things first, Jeffrey Solomon, what a tremendous effort. We're going to see the attempted catch, and it was a catch, and you see him get just jarred by the dasher board there where there's a little hole, and then here comes the roughing the passer. And again, what I don't understand what defensive players do, sometimes when you throw your hands up, I know if I'm official and I see a player throw his hands up in the air like I didn't do something, I'm going to throw a flag and make something up because I know you did do something. As you see Solomon come across your right below the camera there, and my goodness, what a tremendous effort on his part. Let's hope he's okay.
Now this receiving core for Portland has, when you talk about giving up your body, we've seen Howard, McNeil, and now Solomon each have their own personal meeting with the dasher boards, and that was one of the worst because he's going into that one open spot and caught the corner.
Well, remember, Eric Rogers, their leading receiver, is no longer with him. He's up in the CFL, and all these young guys just battling, and you can tell it's a playoff game by the effort that everybody is giving out in the football field this afternoon.
You see the numbers for Rally.
Surprised that you wouldn't just want a quarterback sneak right here.
Quick throw instead, intended for McNeil, but he and Kellum locked up in a mano-a-mano battle, and that draws the ire of head coach Matthew Salk, whose offense is setting Arena League records 2011 and 2012, while with Utah.
We talked about the officiating throughout the year, and it seemed like they all have allowed more contact by the defensive backs and secondary. And I think players are fine as long as you're consistent. You can't call it one time and then not call it a couple times. If you're consistent, then players can adjust.
Yeah, going back to really the last 3 or 4 games, that was something you and I noticed. His Rally throwing, and Howard, the intended receiver, but instead a fan wearing the Nick Davila uniform. So they've come away pretty good today. 2 souvenirs already.
It's all about picking those seats. Where are you going to sit? But again, we're sitting here now. It's third down. 3-yard line. They have not run any time off the clock. There's still 43 and a half seconds left, and the Rattlers have all their time out.
12th play of this drive coming up. 3rd and goal. Rally pressured, lobs it up, and McNeil standing all alone for the Portland touchdown.
What's interesting watching that throw right there down on the field before the game, they actually practice those over-the-shoulder throws, throwing it high up in the air with a high trajectory, and you see coming back all the way across the field to his last read and able to drop it in over Kerry Reed.
Point after is going to be blocked by Dukes. Marcus Pittman not happy with one of the fans who leaned over the dasher boards and touched it before any of the Rattlers could.
Nice inside move by Cliff Dukes. He set up number 72, Brandon Lockhart, the youngster out of Oregon State, and almost had a Steve Bartman-like incident there. Leaning over and touching the ball while it's still live. Nice job by Cliff Dukes.
McNeil stepping up in his first playoff game for the expansion Thunder.
I mean, none of these catches are easy. Everything's contested, even the drop into the teardrop in the corner of the end zone. You have to make sure you're staying in bounds. You have dasher boards, a lot of things happening out in front of you.
Well, Coach Donnie Yantis and the Arizona Christian University Firestorm are getting ready for their first season of college football. Be sure to catch all 5 Firestorm home games this season right here on Cox 7. Opening night is August 23rd when ACU hosts Evangel College from Shadow Mountain High School. Game time is set for 7 p.m. If you can't be there, tune in to Cox 7 HD 1007 or online at cox7.com. Rise up with Firestorm football. And we certainly want to wish Donnie Yantis and that veteran staff he has assembled, that new program, nothing but the best.
Be interesting to see if there might be a onside kick here by this Thunder team, where you kick it down and try and play defense.
Well, there is your answer. As Reed able to get back and get it covered up. Penalty marker back at the 1 now.
They're going to call offside on the Thunder. And what's the #1 rule, Kevin, about an onside kick? You can't be offside.
And that is about 85% of the time what happens. You're so anxious to get to that football. And if you're not offsides, half the time it never travels 10 yards.
Offside, kicking team. Half the distance to the goal. Arizona's ball. First down.
Now Kevin Guy saying we want to decline the penalty. Gives them more room to work with.
Because Arizona will run the football in this type of situation and try and make Portland use those timeouts so that when the Rattlers score, Portland does not get the ball back again.
Yeah, both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining. Davila pitching a perfect game thus far. But again, the play disparity between Portland and Arizona is huge. Reed was there. Instead, he elects to go to Windsor, who, with a veteran move, just kind of drops in front of the defender, forcing that timeout to be burned by Portland, their first.
That's one thing this Rattler team has been so good at over the last few years is situational football. Understanding your Rod Windsor. Don't go out of bounds to the dasher board. Don't really even try to score on that. Now you can run the football, pick up a first down, make Portland use another timeout. And by the time this whole thing's over with, Portland is out of timeouts. You score a touchdown, and there's very limited time for them to go down and score before the half ends.
Now, this game marks the final game of AFL opening round playoff action around the league. San Jose roughing up Spokane to advance to the conference semifinals, or conference finals, I should say, next Sunday. Here's Singleton. Just kind of marching straight ahead.
Tackled by Jackson and Dillon.
Well, see, if you're Arizona, you're almost hoping he didn't pick up the first down, but.
And if you have not had a chance to check out results from the weekend, here you go. How about that one? Number 1, Cleveland, Philadelphia.
Cleveland winning 6 games this year on the final play.
9 interceptions between the 2 quarterbacks, and Austin with 5 for Cleveland, and they still win somehow.
I think earlier in the year, everybody's kind of looking at them going, they're a fluke. They keep getting lucky. Well, you know what? At some point, you got to go, you know what? This team is for real. And then Orlando upsetting Pittsburgh. A lot of people thought Pittsburgh was the best team over in the Eastern Conference. And you see that San Jose pasting, as you like to put it, on Spokane.
Little shovel pass out there to Kerry Reed, who had to kind of reach behind to grab it. As the clock will run, and now Portland will burn that final timeout. 18 seconds remaining.
When you talk to Coach Guy and this coaching staff, they're so confident in the way that they can score at this point in the football game. I'd always be a little bit nervous. Yeah, we made them use all their timeouts, but you still got to score before the half ends.
Reed, the motion receiver. Davila looking back of the end zone for Windsor. And it will fall incomplete, leaving 14.1 on the clock. Second down.
And if there's been one glaring struggle area for this Rattler offense the last 4 or 5 games, is right here at this point on the football field, down in the red zone. You're hampered because you can't spread the field. You have the dasher boards at the back of the end zone, so you can't beat people deep. They can throw different coverages at you, play very physical down here.
Arizona faced their first 3rd down of the day. Davila throws back of the end zone. Touchdown, Windsor. But penalty markers littered across the field.
Illegal formation. Number 7, defense. Out of the stance before the snap. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. Touchdown.
And the touchdown stands. Davila to Windsor again.
Remember, as a defensive player, you're a defensive lineman. You have to have your hand on the ground when the ball is snapped. And this time, Windsor does a nice job at the back end of the end zone, finding an open spot. Nick having time to throw the football.
Point after is good. And the Rattlers extend their lead 28-20, but still 9.9 remaining here in the first half, although Portland with no timeouts to work with.
See the numbers that Rod Windsor's put up in the first half. As I said earlier, as good a receiver as there is in this league, and yet nobody talks about it.
Now let me ask you here, no timeouts for Portland, 9.9 left. If you're Arizona, do you roll the dice with an onside kick here? You try and get it? Remember, you're going to get the football to start the 3rd quarter.
No, you kick the ball off. Hopefully they run about 8 seconds off on the kickoff, and you tackle them and get out of off the field and into the locker room. Look at those shoes on Montana Moore.
Does Lionel Messi know that he's been in his locker?
Actually, did he steal those from you when you wore at the media challenge?
Hey, they resulted in a win, so I would hope so.
That's so long ago, I forget. Who was the difference maker in that game?
We're still waiting for our trophy, by the way.
My goodness.
Joe Wyndham, the president, was supposed to deliver that thing a few weeks back. We got to work on that. That one takes an awkward bounce. The ball is live, but Howard somehow able to come up with it. Boy, that one, Kerry Reed was running down, and the ball just took a high bounce right over his head. Otherwise, he's skating into the end zone untouched.
Well, him and Jason Gathers, I don't know if they saw it. It took a little bad hop off the ground, and my goodness, you talk about, again, a game of inches. Rattlers recover that ball, they score going in at half, and all of a sudden you have a 2-touchdown lead.
Coach Kevin Guy trying to communicate to his defense where he wants them. Here's Rowley. Winds up, throws deep, and penalty marker thrown. Well, they're going to have a pass interference called on Floyd. And after all the contact we've seen through this first half, that seemed to be about normal.
Well, remember, that's what drives players crazy. If you're calling it that way all game, they can live with it. You wait till 1.9 seconds left in the half to call that. Drive a team crazy.
Let's hear it, that man makes some noise. Pass interference, number 19 in the defense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Waste but 8 seconds, back on the game clock. 8 seconds.
Now Rowley just throwing to an area because there's no way he saw. Yeah, again, that was as incidental contact as we have seen the entire game.
Well, this is kind of an interesting situation. Oh, that's right. They put the 8 seconds back on the clock. You have that opportunity as the offensive team, whether you want to put time back on the clock.
Instead of working with 1 second, Rowley steps up, throws, and complete to Solomon, and then a late penalty marker down. And now we've got some extracurricular activity there in the backfield for Portland.
Well, the Rattlers need to get their emotions under control right now. A lot of yapping and a lot of extracurricular activity, and something is not going to go right. Tyreek Glasper, usually takes a lot for him to get upset.
Jack linebacker out of the box. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down. The game clock operator, please put 8 seconds back on the game clock. 8 seconds.
Talk about that Jack linebacker, and that's right here. That's the new guy, Jason Gathers. You got to stay in a box, and he gets all the way out there in the flat. Pretty easy call for the officials, but remember, each of these penalties is moving the ball down the field, but no time's coming off the clock.
Yeah, this is the longest 8 seconds. Oh, and Markowitz was laying on top of Glasper, and Markowitz, I think, unaware that Glasper was on top of his quarterback because Markowitz was kind of driving himself further into the lower back of Tyreek Glasper.
Kyle Rowley taking a beating here in the first half and just continues to get up and lead this football team. Admire him very, very much.
And still plenty of time to work with here. Has some pressure, driven into the turf by Dukes. And the pass sails incomplete, and Dukes, that was a hammer and nail play right there as Rowley just got driven into the turf.
And you talk about the strike zone between the shoulder pads and above the knees. Nice job by Dukes, not leading with his helmet.
Rowley getting his offensive unit lined up here. They will line up for the field goal attempt from Ramirez. 36-yard attempt. He had his problems the last go around here in Arizona. And the Rattlers able to get a hand on it. Brown from the end zone as the horn sounds. And late penalty marker now comes in.
Coach Guy saying, did we get one more play before the half? I don't believe you will.
15 of the return team. By rule, that penalty is declined. The half is over.
But you might as well try.
Well, it was an eventful 8 seconds that took about 6 minutes. But when it's all said and done, the Rattlers leading it at the half here in this National Conference semifinal over Portland, 28-20. Stay with us. Our halftime coverage continues after this timeout.
Are you a weekend warrior? Do you know where to turn to if you get hurt? We do. At Foothill Sports Medicine Physical Therapy Centers, we provide an individualized hands-on treatment plan based on your specific injury. We aim to restore function and to prevent re-injury. Call or stop by any of our 12 convenient valley-wide locations to receive a free assessment.
Some of the greatest moments in Arizona high school football have happened on Cox 7. For over 30 years, we've covered Arizona football, sharing both triumphs and tribulations. Join us this fall as the tradition continues. The Gilbert Tigers take on the Mesquite Wildcats in the season opener August 28th at 7 p.m. High school football is brought to you in part by Forrest Anderson Plumbing and Air Conditioning. Family owned for over 50 years. Let our family take care of your family.
Some people think the best way to beat the heat is to leave town.
I think those people are crazy. You just gotta know where to look and play.
We found some of the coolest places to have summertime fun. Suvita!
Watch Suvita tonight at 7:30, only on Cox 7. Suvita is brought to you by Chicanos por la Causa, committed to building stronger, healthier communities.
Arizona Rattlers football on Cox 7 is brought to you in part by Sanderson Ford, Arizona's largest Ford dealership. It's halftime here at Ak-Chin Indian Community Field inside U.S. Airways Center, and Arizona leads Portland by a score of 28-20 in a National Conference semifinal matchup. Well, the Rattlers had a perfect 9-0 home record this regular season, the first time in Arizona's 22-year franchise history that has happened. And now the Rattlers are hoping to continue that trend here this afternoon. The 2014 regular season saw the Arizona Rattlers set AFL records by winning their first 14 games, which was the best record to start a season and longest single-season winning streak. It set another record for longest win streak spanning multiple seasons, with 18 victories dating back to last year. All of that is behind them now, though, as the playoffs bring on a new challenge.
In the regular season, we're playing 18 games to get it right for the playoffs, and so that's what we've been doing. And now it's time to turn it up. You know, it's either win or go home, and there ain't no tomorrow.
You don't want to make any mistakes. I mean, because it's, you know, regular season, yeah, you got next week to get better, but playoffs, you don't know if you got that next week. So you gotta come out with your best game.
Intensity and you know, the focus goes up. You know, and you know, your mindset and your physical play, and there's a lot more emotion, energy in the building, you know, as we're playing.
Davila going end zone, has his man Windsor there, who has the Arizona touchdown.
The Rattlers have fed off that energy playing in the Snake Pit, where they have a 38-5 record since 2011, a key component as they hold home field advantage through the National Conference Championship game.
That's why we worked our butt off during the regular season, so we can get that home field advantage in front of our great fans. And so that's huge, and we just want to keep it going.
We have the best fans in arena football, and they get loud and they're proud, and you know, they show up every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whenever our games are. So, you know, we want to give them a show, and, you know, we want to represent, you know, Arizona.
I think our fans are great. They show up every week, and you know, they're relentless. And they're riding the other team, and you know, you can feel the energy in the building when we need to make a big play.
Arizona has made plenty of big plays during Coach Guy's 6 seasons in the desert, where he's created a culture of championship or bust.
I'm kind of like Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last. You know, so you know that's the mentality I think you got to have. I mean, I don't know why you would be playing if you're not playing for first place. And you know, we're all competitors here, and you know, we take this competition seriously, and you know, we put all these hours of work in, so you might as well go for the go. I've always been a believer, if you're going to fail, fail high. You know, set those goals so high that if you're going to fail, fail high.
The Arizona Rattlers, Arena Bowl champions.
With back-to-back Arena Bowl championships already under their belt, the Rattlers are going for the three-peat this postseason, a feat accomplished only once before by the Detroit Drive from 1988 to 1990.
That'd be something special. I mean, like I said, we don't talk about the three-peat much, but I mean, everybody has it in the back of their mind.
It would mean a lot if we did it, you know, but we still got a little work to do. It's a 3-game push. We got some tough opponents ahead of us, so we got to be dialed in. We got to be playing our best ball, there's no doubt. But these opportunities only come around so often.
My coach says in our meetings at the beginning of the year, they can never take away those 2 championships we had in the past. But looking to the future, we always want to try to win championships. Anything less will be unacceptable for the Rattler Nation and for our organization and for the players.
And a great job by our editor, Kurt Gasparo, putting that story together. And I don't think it's any coincidence that since Ron Schertz has taken over as majority owner of the Rattlers in 2011, Arizona is a perfect 3 for 3 in Arena Bowl appearances, winning the last 2. There's no doubt Ron Schertz sets the tone for this organization. When we come back, Kevin and Dale will have highlights and stats from the first half.
Hi everybody, I'm Chris Coraggio for the Oasis Brief. The busiest orthopedic hospital in the Valley has now hit pay dirt with their new partnership with the Arizona Rattlers. Oasis is proud to announce that they are now the official hospital of the Arizona Rattlers. And this is a perfect match because the Rattlers are a championship, homegrown organization, and Oasis Hospital is emerging as just that as well, as they continue to transform the healthcare experience. They treat their patients just like family when it comes to orthopedic and spine procedures.
The Rattlers organization as well as Oasis kind of have a lot in common. And one is that we're little known entities, but we're both jewels of the community. The Rattlers being a championship organization, Oasis Hospital being the busiest orthopedic hospital in the Valley. It's a very exciting thing for us. It allows us to reach out to the community more, allows us to have our presence in the community, and also to provide a very valuable service to the Rattlers organization.
We went over there, saw the facilities, talked to the people there, and their philosophy is the same as ours, doing the best that they can do with everything that they have and every tool that they have. And you know, that's our philosophy. We want to give our players the best, and we want to provide them with the best services possible, and Oasis was a perfect fit for that.
Oasis Hospital would like to wish the Arizona Rattlers good luck here in the 2013 season. I'm Chris Coraggio. We'll see you next time here on the Oasis Brief.
Star Multitainment Center, where kids are the stars.
28-20 our score here in this National Conference semifinal matchup between the Arizona Rattlers And the Portland Thunder here from the Auction Indian Community Field inside U.S. Airways Center alongside Dale Ellis-Ray, Kevin Ray, Lindsey Smith, Chris Harris also a part of our coverage. A well-played first half. We talked about the inexperience, the youthfulness of Portland, but it really hasn't shown thus far.
It really hasn't, except towards the end of the second quarter there, you saw some emotions coming out. But their coaching staff said if we can stay with Arizona through that first quarter, we like our chances. And so that is where they're at. We'll see how the second half plays out.
Let's take a look at our Casino Arizona and Talking Stick Resort halftime highlights. And rally to McNeil. That was a theme through much of the first half.
Really like the way that McNeil played that first half, breaking tackles. He dropped one ball, came right back on the next play. You see him knowing he's going to take the hit from Kellum and the dasher board, able to concentrate on the football, finds an open space in the corner of the end zone. Rally comes back to find him. Nice job there. And then for the Arizona Rattlers, Terry Reed from Nick Davila gets the scoring started. And Kellum with the interception return, jumps the route. Nice job. Just be a little more patient on your run back. Let your big boy get out in front of you and take the blocker out. And then you see the long pass right there. Nice job, good reading of the defense, and just great execution by this Rattler offense. And you just continue to see them get better and better as the season's gone along here, especially in the playoffs.
And you see the total play, just a significant disparity, but that one turnover setting up really the difference thus far in the ball game. And as you might expect, the time of position pretty significant as well.
Well, the thing is, that's how you're going to compete with this Rattler team. You've got to keep their offense off the field. How do you do that? By doing a time-consuming ball control offense, take the checkdowns, and that's what Portland did really good in the first half.
The Rattlers will get the football to begin the third quarter, and they'll do that when we come back here in the Snake Pit. The Rattlers on top, 28-20.
For document solutions for your business, trust the leader, All Copy Products. Our managed print services solution provides a worry-free printing environment, making your business more efficient and saving you money. Learn more now at allcopyproducts.com.
Sanderson Ford, country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford country.
Sanderson Ford. I like to go out on town, hit the floor, and double down. Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two, catch a game
with my crew. Casino, Arizona, win your way. Here they know my name.
They got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
For document solutions for your business, trust the leader, All Copy Products. Our managed print services solution provides a worry-free printing environment, making your business more efficient and saving you money. Learn more now at allcopyproducts.com.
How do the Arizona Rattlers kick off their season? By improving their training skills at Fast Foothills Acceleration and Sports Training, where you can perfect your speed, agility, strength. By honing in on these key skills, you will have the winning edge and ability to compete at the highest of levels. Foothills Sports Medicine. Train like the pros, perform like the pros.
It's halftime here at Auction Indian Community Field at the U.S. Airways Center, and Arizona leads Portland by a score of 28-20 in a National Conference semifinal matchup. Hello everybody, Chris Harris here along with Arizona head coach Kevin Guy. And coach, I know one of the keys for you defensively was to put some pressure on Kyle Rowley. You've done that. We've also picked up some penalties along the way. What'd you tell the defensive front?
Well, we've got some pressure, but the late hits and the lack of tackling is why they're still in the ball game with us right now. We got to clean that up. There's a little bit of flopping going on, but you know what? We just got to keep playing. We can't worry about what they're doing. We need to worry about what we're doing. Offensively, they haven't stopped us. We scored every time we had the ball. And we did a great job of working situational football down there at the end with the time management. But defensively, we got to clean our discipline up for sure.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck in the second half. And let's now check in what's going on in the social media scene. And that means Lindsay Smith. Lindsay?
Well, thank you, Chris. All right, fans, coming up is the third quarter, and you know what that means, our Ask Dale segment. Now, our color analyst, Dale Hellis-Stray, is here to answer any AFL-related questions you may have. So be sure to leave them on our Facebook page at Cox 7 Arizona Sports, or tweet them to us at Cox 7 Arizona. And, of course, the lucky fan whose question is chosen will win an Arizona Rattlers autographed t-shirt. And this week, it's signed by Tyree Gosford. Chris?
Thank you so much, Lindsay. All right, when we come back, we'll have the kickoff to the second half. Arizona leads Portland by a score of 28-20 in a National Conference semifinal matchup.
Be a part of gridiron history as veteran Valley coach Donnie Yantis and the Arizona Christian University Firestorm take the field on Cox 7 for their inaugural football season. With a roster full of local talent, the Firestorm are sure to become an Arizona fan favorite. Join Brad Sesmet and Dan Minucci for all the action. A brand new team, a brand new tradition. Arizona Christian University football starting August 23rd only on Cox 7.
Arizonans depend on the Verde River and its tributaries like West Clear Creek. The Nature Conservancy is dedicated to maintaining this precious resource by bringing science, business, and nature together in Arizona. Now, in a partnership with Arizona Highways Magazine, the Nature Conservancy is proud to present Arizona Trails. Learn about amazing places to hike and learn about how the Nature Conservancy is helping to preserve them. Find out how you can help. Watch Arizona Trails on Cox7.com. Sponsored by the Nature Conservancy.
Another great crowd on hand here for this National Conference semifinal game as we are just about set for third quarter play to get underway. Rattlers leading the Thunder 28-20. Winner advances to face San Jose next Sunday. That would be the Rattlers. It'll be a 5 p.m. kickoff next Sunday right here in the Snake Pit. But still a lot of work to be done for this Thunder team that has really stepped up and shown a lot of poise in their first ever playoff game. So here we go, third quarter underway. And a Portland team coming in, the most penalized team in the league, and not the way you want to start the third quarter.
Number 16, kicking team, late hit to the head, 10 yards from the 5-yard line. Arizona's ball, first down.
Okachukwu Okoroha out of Boston College, rung up with a penalty.
An unnecessary penalty. Those are the ones that drive a coaching staff absolutely berserk. Absolutely no reason to do it. You didn't need to touch him. You didn't need to come near him. The whistle had blown, and yet you give you make your team have to play defense that much harder.
On first down, Davila spins away from the pressure, throwing deep. Poots double coverage. And the defender, Eric Crocker, wanting an offensive pass interference call. That will not come. Again, if you're tuning in late, Varmasoni, talented rookie out of Northern Iowa who came in with 9 interceptions, 25 pass breakups. He is done for the rest of the season with an MCL tear suffered last week. And they are also without Jake McDonough, who was called up by the Washington Redskins for an NFL tryout. Davila on second down, lots of time, throws to a wide open Poots. Poots at the 5, and then lost the football. There's a penalty marker back at the 10, but Crocker on the return. And right now all kinds of question marks linger, as Poots certainly appeared to have crossed the goal line. He's still sitting on his backside in the end zone.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Officer, number 7, defense. 10 yards from the previous spot, automatic, first down.
See the catch to Pooch, fight for extra yards. Pila trying to rip that ball out, and the ball definitely came out before he crossed the goal line. But again, there's a helmet-to-helmet contact, and Marquise Jackson just cost his team a lot of momentum, and those are the things that the Rattlers need to be careful of, watching themselves, because this Portland team has hurt themselves now a couple times in this game.
Well, and that could be one of those game-changing plays as Davila stays in the pocket, finds Kerry Reed wide open across the middle, and then Reed collides with 4 Portland defenders. But boy, what a turn of events, Dale. Instead of the football and a chance to tie or pull within 1 and steal a possession, you keep the drive alive for Arizona, and now it's threatening to be up by 2 scores.
2 penalties by the Thunder here on this opening drive by the Rattlers. Both absolutely didn't need to happen, and it's costing.
Poots the motion man. Looking the direction of Rod Windsor, though, and it's an Arizona touchdown.
We've talked a lot about Rod Windsor and his impact on this football team. Kerry Reed made a nice catch on the previous play. Another wonderful receiver who's so quiet. You see the quick slant route by Windsor. You know that there's traffic inside. They're able to concentrate on the football, bring it in, and get in the end zone for your 3rd touchdown of the game.
Now, Windsor had 4 touchdown receptions in their last meeting here, July 20th, on 11 grabs that day. And showing no signs of letting up here as the Rattlers extend the lead. Lead it 35-20.
Sanderson Ford. Country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford Country.
Sanderson Ford.
The Auction Indian community and Troon Golf invite you to tee up a pure golf experience at Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club. Ranked as one of the top 10 best courses you can play in Arizona by Golf Week, Auction Southern Dunes is known for its relaxed atmosphere, premier course conditions, and spectacular service. Just 30 minutes south of Sky Harbor Airport, Auction Southern Dunes features stunning golf and a casual yet elegant restaurant. Visit us at golfsoutherndunes.com for the best available rates. Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club, a pure golf experience.
It's been a very tough year for me personally and my family. But you know, like that Rocky saying, it ain't about how hard you get hit. It's about how hard you can get up and keep moving forward. And so that's what I'm going to try to do. And I'm going to just go out there and play a football game that my father taught me how to play as a young child, and something that I love to do. And you know, it would mean more important to me that we win it for my teammates, because that's the type of person that my parents raised me to be, a selfless leader. And it's about the guy next to you. And I come from a big family, so I know about camaraderie and a brotherhood.
Nick has certainly played with a heavy heart this season. His father, Fernando, in late May, passed away at the age of 52. It's amazing how Nick has kept it all together and had an AFL MVP caliber season. There's nothing more that Davila would like to do than to win a 3rd straight Arena Bowl championship for his teammates and his father as well. Guys, let's get it back upstairs to you.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. Well, you can certainly understand as Ratanamorn gets his leg into this one as McLean fields it cleanly. Like a bullet, goes straight ahead. But back to a story of Nick Davila. Now, you can understand, all things considered, Dale, for his And it's hard to say struggles because he was still throwing touchdown passes. He was still putting up yardage. But the wins weren't coming. And it was the timing of the turnovers. But the loss of his father, and now really becoming kind of the face of that family and the leader of that family. So a lot of people are looking to him. Rowley and the Thunder now trailing by 2 scores. Scrambles out to his right. And Solomon and Kellum get tangled up. And then a very, very late penalty flag.
Well, as they discuss it, looks like it's going to go against the Rattlers.
No battlefield contact. The quarterback was out of the pocket. 2nd down.
Nice job of the officials getting together, talking about it, realizing where Kyle Rowley was when he threw the football. But to go back to Nick Davila, I went through not what he went through. My father passed away before our last preseason game with the Dallas Cowboys, and you have the initial shock that you have to go through. But it's not over with in 2, 3, 4 days. And when you have a big family, and as you said, people are looking up to you, it gets difficult. Not only that first week, but as the season's gone along, because everybody's looking to him and counting on him. And you not only have to be strong for your family, but for your team. And sometimes it gets a little bit dicey on how you balance those things.
Yeah, a lot of juggling going on, but to his credit, Davila has continued to persevere, and just an absolute class act, a great representative of this Rattlers organization, headed up by Ron Schertz. Rally after the first down pass, and misfires here, intended for Solomon.
Again, I don't think that Portland minds these incompletions. I think that the longer that they keep that Arizona football team offense on the sidelines, the better they feel. And there's no panic in this team right now. You see the way that Matt Salk is controlling himself, and Kyle Rowley. You don't see any panic in him, and they come down here and score and run some more time off the clock. I think that's exactly what they're trying to do.
Well, you go back to that first half, they had that 12-play scoring drive. They would love to duplicate that as he swings it out to Howard. Gets a nice downfield block by Solomon.
I'm surprised you don't see more arena teams do this more often. First of all, you get the ball in one of your playmakers' hands relatively easy. You make those defensive linemen have to run sideline to sideline, cover the entire field. Very high percentage completion, tight pass, and you gain yards.
Yeah, it's almost a guarantee of 5 to 7 yards every time we see that play. Rowley with pressure in his face and has to throw this one high and out of bounds. Solomon in the vicinity, but nowhere close. And we'll bring up 4th down.
And if you're Portland, huge 4th down play right here, because you do not want to give the ball back to Arizona and that offense, and all of a sudden, blink of an eye, it's 42-20.
Well, and this is where, when Arizona was rolling earlier in the season, this is when they would start that separation. 3 receivers out to the left. Rowley looks and nearly picked off as Marquise Floyd leaping high, and wisely does not come down with the INT, but it will not matter.
Hands to the face, number 94, defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
Oh, and another defensive infraction here against Arizona, and this one a huge one.
Leon, that was Tyree Glassford. Going to be doing the pass rush, and you see the hands come up through the face mask, and sometimes that's going to happen inadvertently, but pretty easy call for the officials.
9 first downs via penalty as McNeil trying to reach back and unable to hang on to the pass from Rowley.
9 first downs via penalty for Portland. You talk about discipline on your football team. One of those things Kevin Guy at halftime, you know, he had to discuss it with his football team because good football teams are usually disciplined football teams.
Second and goal to go. Rowley has time, steps up, throws, has McNeil. And McNeil shakes off the defender and into the end zone he goes for the Portland touchdown. 4 scores today for McNeil.
Just give so much credit to Kyle Rowley. There's nobody open initially. It's almost like they're drawing up routes in the dirt. He's just trying to find somebody, come back underneath, and give credit to McNeil for continuing to run across the football field and get open.
Well, and just as Rod Windsor has torched Portland, McNeil has done the same. He had 4 touchdown grabs in their last meeting in late July. 4 here today, pulls his club a little closer with 6:05 to go. There is a penalty marker down.
After the play, personal foul, number 72, offense. The kick is good. That penalty being forced on the first play after the kickoff. Immediate timeout.
35-27, our score. Things heating up here at Ak-Chin Indian Community Field, the U.S. Airways Center in downtown Phoenix.
I like to go out on the town,
Hit the floor.
and double down. Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two, catch a game.
With my crew. Casino, Arizona, win your way. Here they know my name.
They got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the 2-time defending 4-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a 3rd straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
35-27 our score. Arizona on top. Let's check in with Lindsey Smith.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, it's time for our Ask Dale segment. And Dale, your question tonight comes from Twitter follower William Brisbro. Now, William wants to know, how do the Rattlers prepare to face Portland? We know there's been a lot of extracurricular activity out there. Is it more mental or more physical?
I think at this point in the season, it is more mental. You've played 18 games. You've got 3 games left, hopefully. And so you've got to prepare mentally. And the one thing the Rattlers have going for them is the majority of this team has been through this the last few years. And so they know how to take care of that.
Thank you, Dale. And William is the winner of our Tyree Glasper signed Arizona Rattlers t-shirt tonight. Congratulations, William.
Keith Brown fields it cleanly. He's got a seam. Penalty marker thrown back around the 2, though. This one, in all likelihood, is going to come back.
Return, illegal block in the back, number 8, return team. There's a double after, which means that there's 2 fouls. The one in the bank will go away. The spot of the foul will be where the ball will be placed. First down, Arizona.
Well, it's a good thing that we have a playoff crew here, because there have been a couple situations that we haven't seen the entire regular season, and the officials seem to be handling it very, very well.
Well, neither team can get out of their own way right now. 20 penalties between the two. Not maybe surprising with Portland as the most penalized team coming in. As Davila with a deep drop out of his own end zone fires complete near side to Reed for an Arizona first down. But going back, we saw another hands to the face penalty, another defensive infraction against Arizona that last series, Dale. Again, you got the first half behind you. You know that had to be a point of emphasis at halftime. So you would think as a veteran team, you're going to clean that stuff up in the second half. And to this point, that has not been the case. Davila steps up, throws complete. Poots, though, unable to completely grab it as he turned and tried to make the move upfield before securing the football.
Well, when you have the ball as little as this Rattler offense has had it, tough to get into a rhythm. Poots catches the ball early, and then, almost 2 quarters go by before you see another ball thrown your way, and it's just really tough when you don't have the ball very much.
Geathers in offensively now. He's the motion man for Arizona. Davila pressured, throws, going to be picked off back at the 22. And a Portland return for the touchdown. Darren Thomas, who was back, the backup quarterback, and a pass essentially thrown right to him as Davila pressured and kind of throwing on his heel.
You're going to see him right there. Take a look. Backup quarterback. That's what he's been known for this team. Able to sit right down there. And again, the jack linebacker has to be in that area, but sometimes pressure does funny things to you as he's going down, tries to get rid of the football.
The point after is good. And just like that, the Thunder have quieted this crowd here in the Snake Pit. They have pulled to within 1. 3:32 to go here in the third. 35-34, Arizona with a lead.
Hey Rattler fans, I'm Chris Coraggio. Did you know that the busiest orthopedic hospital in the Valley is now the official hospital of your Arizona Rattlers? I'm talking about Oasis Hospital, which transforms the healthcare experience. They treat their patients just like family. And now they're part of the Rattlers family. Oasis is thrilled to partner up with the most exciting team in all of the Arena League. To learn more about Oasis Hospital, visit their website, oasishospital.com. And go Rattlers!
Well, perhaps the most unlikely of defensive heroes, and that is Thomas, who's the backup quarterback. He's got 10 rushing touchdowns, 14 passing touchdowns, and by our count, his first defensive touchdown with his first interception.
You knew they were going to have to change their defense up a little bit because Bryce Pila just couldn't hold up. There's the single safety. They've been mixing their coverages up here in the second half, giving him some help, changing things, trying to confuse Nick Davila on this Arizona Rattler offense, and they've been doing a tremendous job.
Here's Brown. And gets held up there around the 7-yard line. And boy, all of a sudden, you can see a Portland team that kind of played with a quiet confidence in the first half, and now we're beginning to see a little bravado out of this club that looks up, and here they are, trailing by 1 against the 2-time defending champs.
We talked about a team, an underdog, hanging around, and the longer they hang around, the more confidence they gain, and you let them hang around too long before you know it, they feel they can win the football game.
Davila throws across the middle to Gathers. who has come in now the last 2 offensive series. Going back to that interception, that's a 5th interception thrown by Davila over the last 4 games. But up until that point, the Portland defense had not been able to stop Davila and this offense, but no longer the case. Pass sails high as Geathers unable to reel it in. Boy, and Rod Windsor was wide open in the end zone with nobody within 10 or 15 yards of him.
I love this matchup right here. Michael Huey, one of the best, if not the best offensive lineman in arena football, going against Paige Moss, who one of the better pass rushers in arena football. Want to give credit on that last play too, though. You have to talk a little bit about Darren Thomas there. He made that throw have to go high, dropping from that jack linebacker spot. He's very athletic.
Deep drop here for Davila. 2nd down. Pass is incomplete. Penalty marker thrown there in the secondary.
Oh, they're going to get, this time they're going to get the jack out of the box. That time Darren Thomas, illegal defense.
Illegal defense. Jack linebacker number 1 out of the box. 5 yards from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
He is right here. And watch, you have to stay within your stated zone. He gets a little too far outside. Again, he wreaks havoc on the throw, but as a jack linebacker, you have got to stay in your zone.
Down to 7 on the play clock. They'll have to move quickly here. Davila just does get it off. Now rolls to his left, throws back across his body, and Geathers has that one go through his hands. A couple of penalty markers down.
Illegal defense. Number 1, the jack linebacker out of the box. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. 1st down.
Another penalty that would have nullified the interception. And look at the bottom of your screen, the battle going on. Paige Moss and Huey. I mean, that's just 2 big, strong men going against each other who don't seem to like each other very much from the in-between play conversation, or what it seems like.
And of course, Paige Moss brought a lot of that on himself when he stood out there in the player introductions, the last regular season meeting between these 2 clubs, as Geathers the motion man. 1st down, pass spatted up in the air and then alertly batted down by Davila as Obi, a 6-foot rookie, able to leap high and get his hands on that one.
KC Obi, 6'2", 250 pounds. Times it, trying to set up the screen. Just a tremendously athletic play.
On 2nd down, Davila rifles it to Windsor, who was able to step past the first defender and picks up an Arizona 1st down. 1st and goal to go. The final 13 seconds. They may not get into the playoff before the end of the quarter, and they will not. So we will head to the 4th. The game still very much in question. The winner advances to the conference finals next Sunday. Rattlers lead it at the end of 3, 35-34.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the 2-time defending 4-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a 3rd straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
How do the Arizona Rattlers kick off their season? By improving their training skills at Fast Foothills Acceleration and Sports Training, where you can perfect your speed, agility, strength. By honing in on these key skills, you will have the winning edge and ability to compete at the highest of levels. Foothills Sports Medicine. Train like the pros, perform like the pros.
Some of the greatest moments in Arizona high school football have happened on Cox 7. For over 30 years, we've covered Arizona football, sharing both triumphs and tribulations. Join us this fall as the tradition continues. The Gilbert Tigers take on the Mesquite Wildcats in the season opener August 28th at 7 p.m. High school football is sponsored in part by Arizona Christian University. Watch the ACU Firestorm play their inaugural football season Saturdays on Cox 7 starting August 23rd.
We head to the fourth quarter here in the desert. Arizona clinging to a 1-point lead, 35-34. Let's check in with Chris Harris downstairs.
Thank you so much, guys, here with defensive lineman Cliff. Here's Cliff. You just gave a very spirited pep talk to the guys here before the fourth quarter. What was your message?
We got to finish. We got to learn to finish. Everybody, all aspects of the game. Kickoff return, offense and defense. Everything. We got to go finish. What do we want? What do we want? That's the message.
Cliff Dukes, guys, as you can see, he's a little fired up here heading to the fourth quarter.
Well, and that is one of the veterans that Coach Kevin Guy has leaned heavily on this week as they begin pursuit of a third straight Arena Bowl crown. Here's Davila, first and goal to go. His pass batted down there at the line of scrimmage. Looked like Dante Page-Moss was able to get a hand on it.
This is where the Rattlers offense has struggled mightily over this last month, and you got to be kind of curious. Does Coach Kevin Guy have a plan? Because they have not been able to complete passes down here very regularly. They've seen some different defenses, some different defensive concepts. How are the Rattlers going to combat that?
Davila looking to his right, pass is high, Windsor there. Touchdown, Arizona. Fourth touchdown grab of the afternoon for Windsor, who seemed to have gotten the message from the defensive leader, Cliff Dukes.
What a tremendous play. You can't cover this any better than Portland did on this play. Just great execution. I mean, you just can't do any more than Eric Crocker's doing right there. And Windsor goes up and gets the ball, knows that there's no more dasher board, and able to concentrate on the football and bring it in.
Nice save there by Jason Murrieta on the low snap. Point after is good. 42-34. Arizona stretching out their lead to 8.
Star Multitainment Center, where kids are the stars.
Sanderson Ford, country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford country.
Sanderson Ford.
42-34, Arizona on top of Portland here in this National Conference semifinal. Ron Windsor putting together another brilliant outing for the Rattlers.
Coming up with big catches, running good routes, finding ways to get open, making it look a lot easier than it actually is, because this Portland defense was playing well coming in. They're playing well tonight. And when Nick Dowdle is in trouble, that's where he's going with the football.
Again, no Maurice Purified today. Another player we've not talked about, the absence of Nick Miller, who is done. Unfortunately, his career is over. And we wish him nothing but the best. But Miller had really started to come on as a Rattlers receiving threat as well, before being forced to end his football career several weeks ago.
Well, when you talk about the keys to the game before the game started, one of them was be relentless, get back to playing physical Rattler football. This is the kind of time that they used to impose their will on teams. Can they do it this evening? And can they do it without incurring penalties?
Here's Raleigh, looks across the middle, finds Solomon, who hangs on despite the big hit from Jeremy Kellum. And good for a Portland first down.
What this Portland offense will do, they run a lot of 2-by-1, meaning they'll have 2 receivers on one side, 1 on the other, making it really difficult defensively to try and confuse the quarterback or receivers with different coverages. And it's obviously it's very basic, but when you have young receivers and a veteran quarterback, it makes it a little bit easier to get those reads.
And Raleigh, the play clock ran down on him perhaps.
Again, you don't see arena teams get too upset over delay in game penalty. You don't see it happen a whole lot, but you're playing in a hostile environment. You're trying to make sure your receivers know what they're doing and everybody's on the same page. 5 yards is not going to kill you on first down.
Well, that will kill him though. A penalty coupled with another delay of game is Raleigh was trying to direct traffic out there with his receiving core.
Jeffrey Solomon was the one who's drawn the most ire from the other players, and you would think coming out of a no play that they'd be able to line up correctly, and here we go again.
Raleigh steps up, throws, and Solomon adjusting to the pass. Boy, and Jeremy Kellum appeared to almost overrun the play as that ball hung up in the air forever, it seemed, and Kellum was a step late in getting there and allowed Solomon time to make the grab.
Really nice throw. As you said, the ball hung up there a little bit, but Jeffrey Solomon going one-on-one over there, and you're trying to run your jack linebacker right now. It's Alan Chapman trying to run out underneath this. So you put a little loft on the ball. Nice adjustment by Solomon and almost a first down.
And they'll run for the first down here.
Big Abe Markowitz, the center, carving out some room for his quarterback, Stanley Daniels. And the youngster there, Brandon Lockhart. Nice job by that offensive line, getting some push up front and picking up the first down.
On first down, Raleigh with pressure, throws deep, and touchdown, Portland. Marquise Floyd appeared to have the interception, and McNeil, who's now wearing number 15 because his jersey number 8 had been torn, just tears it out of the hands of Marquise Floyd for the Portland score.
You do not see that happen very often at all. Throwing the ball up for grabs under pressure. Usually when Marquise Floyd gets his hands on the ball, that's his. That's why he's a Hall of Fame type defensive back. But give Douglas McNeil the third credit for sticking with it, yanking that ball into his midsection and scoring a touchdown.
5 touchdowns so far on the day for McNeil. And as a result, is Portland Thunder still very much alive in this one. 42-41. Don't go anywhere. 9:25 left here in the fourth.
I like to go out on the town, hit the floor, and double down. Casino, Arizona, win your way.
I like to play a slot or two, catch a game
With my crew,
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
here they know my name.
They got my favorite game. If you're not here, you're lame.
Really?
Sorry.
Casino, Arizona, win your way.
Arizona's luckiest place has a new look. Check it out today.
(42-41). 9:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Let's check in with Lindsey Smith.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, our social player for today's game is Tyree Glasper. Now, you can follow Glasper on Instagram and Twitter at I94_TY. Now, Glasper is all about fitness motivation, and he's recently teamed up with one of his best friends and Team ProFit to help fight the fight against obesity. If you head over to his Instagram or his Twitter, you'll find a link to purchase tanks sporting the saying, I am beast. And money from each purchase goes towards the fight against obesity and comes with a free meal plan. Guys, it's really cool to see a player so involved in his fans' fitness. And he even told me earlier that if fans have any question about fitness or meal plans, that they can tweet him or leave him a comment on Instagram, and he's more than willing to help out.
Here's Brown. Brown able to take it across the 10, out close to the 12, where Arizona will take over. And
we talked
hanging
about
on to a 1-point lead here, Dale Hellestrade.
We talked about an underdog hanging around and hanging around. Well, the pressure now is squarely on the Arizona Rattlers. Can they execute under pressure, under duress? And on the other hand, I do like the fact that Matt Sock is not going for 2 after each touchdown. Wait until the end, and if you need it then you go for it, and it's an all or nothing.
And the pass to Windsor, who works his way across the field and takes it all the way down inside the Portland 15, down to the 14.
Just having a whale of a football game. Looks like it's going to be a 5-6 yard completion, and Rod Windsor, you're going to see him right out here. Just looks like it's going to be a very easy short completion. Watch him wind his way all the way across the field. Guys getting out in front of him. Give Marquise Jackson some credit for running all the way down the field at 270 pounds and making sure Windsor doesn't score.
Pooch, the motion man. Davila bobbled the snap and then has to quickly turn and pounce on it as he and Carter talking things over there.
It's just one of those things, a quarterback center exchange, something that you've been working on since you're 8 years old, and not sure if Nick, his hands come apart as he's waiting for the football, and boy, it's just, it's something that's taken for granted so much. But I know they work on it every day in practice, and you just can't have it happen at inopportune times like right now.
Had a defender, Marquise Jackson, who was down. He's being brought off the field.
Well, the big boy ran 50 yards across the field to run Rod Windsor. out of bounds. And I still remember a guy I played with, Mark II, and they chased Chris Dolman down the sideline. Chris Dolman made an interception. The play was blown dead. We were in the Metrodome. It was so loud you couldn't hear the whistle. Mark II and they ran about 70 yards. Then they figured out play was dead. He was in the locker room getting IVs 5 minutes later.
Davila with pressure and will be dropped with a Portland sack.
Well,
K.C. Obi making his presence felt big here in this second half.
And that's working against Michael Huey, the all-arena league offensive lineman. And you got to give these guys credit. This Portland Thunder defensive front has been bringing pressure. Nice job by Obi using that stab of a left arm and driving Huey right back into Nick Davila.
Now 3rd and long. Miscommunication, it looked like, between Davila and his receiving corps. 4th down now. First 4th down the Rattlers have faced all day. And not exactly the time of the game when you want to encounter your first 4th down. 6:31, the clock moving.
Well, you just don't see that happen very often with this Rattler offense, the way that they've been handling themselves over the last 2 to 3 seasons.
Now, Ratanamorn will come on and attempt what will be a 40-yard field goal. 5 of 5 on the season. Will he remain perfect? He does.
Dante Page-Moss even gave a high five on that one.
Put that one across the top of the frame. The Rattlers don't come away empty-handed, but they have to settle for 3. Leading 45-41 with 6:05 to go here in the 4th.
Sanderson Ford, country, community, and complete customer satisfaction. Committed to supporting our troops. Committed to giving back to our community. Committed to providing a better future for our children. And finally, committed to providing a stress-free buying experience with honesty and integrity.
Our product is Ford. Our business is people.
Commitment to Arizona. This is Sanderson Ford country.
Sanderson Ford.
The fastest, most exciting football in the Valley is back as the 2-time defending 4-time world champion Arizona Rattlers try to battle their way to a 3rd straight Arena Bowl title. Be a part of the Rattler dynasty and do your part to protect the pit and get your 2015 season tickets now. Go to azrattlers.com or call 602-514-TDTD today.
Well, it is playoff time. Everybody starts out 0-0. And you certainly wouldn't know that the Portland Thunder had a 5-13 regular season record, because right now, like another heavyweight going toe-to-toe with the 2-time defending champion Arizona Rattlers here on their home field, where they have not lost all season long in Arizona. Just hanging on to a 4-point lead now, 45-41.
Does Coach Kevin Guy have the nerve to do a surprise onside kick right here? Although it's not much of a surprise, because Portland looks like they're expecting it.
Instead, McClain awaits, and no return opportunity.
See the onside kick success. Cleveland Gladiators, 66%. And goes on down to the Arizona Rattlers, although they have not tried many. Used to be more of a in their repertoire. They used to do it quite often because Coach Guy just wanted more possessions.
Like anything, if you don't do it a whole lot, it's hard to have much consistency. But now the burden falls squarely on the shoulders of this defense. Here's Raleigh, quick throw, finds Howard in the middle. And Howard able to escape and get upfield, and as a result, a Portland first down.
Well, we talked about Kyle Rowley and what he brings to this football team, a championship winning quarterback. And remember, there's not a whole lot of those walking around. So he does a tremendous job in the leadership and with the experience, and he reads those defenses. You see how calm and cool he is right now. He's keeping his offense under control, all those young guys, and he's taking a beating for it, but he's got his team on the verge of maybe pulling a huge upset.
Drops back here, looking, passing, completes to McNeil, who has absolutely terrorized this Arizona secondary today.
66 receptions coming into this game. He had 9 on July 20th when he played the Rattlers last, and tonight he's got 8 with the 5 touchdowns. Yeah, does he have a touchdown yet with 15? I think he's got 1 with 15 and 4 with 8.
Portland with a chance to take their first lead since leading at 7-0 when they scored in the opening series. Pass high, Solomon one-hands it as Reed broke on the ball.
Are you kidding me?
And Solomon, looking like Doc Ock, just kind of raised his hand up as we'll take another look at it.
My goodness, watch the athleticism, the concentration, one-handed, able to keep his balance.
And then never brought the left hand in to make sure that he had it. He continued to run with one.
What a tremendous effort, and rallied through the ball the only place he could because Kerry Reed was right there for the interception.
First and goal to go. Raleigh pressured, passing, and incomplete, but penalty markers there at the line of scrimmage, and Arizona pointing at Portland.
You're going to see Lockhart right here, 6'7", 315 pounds. You got to make sure that you stay down a little bit. Now, see, it's an offensive line. I say that's really not a hold. I just pushed your head down. It looked like a hold. Works out to the Rattlers' advantage.
Raleigh looks and throws to his left, finds McNeil. McNeil able to sidestep the first defender, Reed, and get upfield for an extra 5 or 6. As the fans here looking up at the big board of the clock as it winds to 2:40 and counting.
Just love the patience this Portland Thunder team has shown throughout this game. They've overcome some silly penalties. They've just continued to battle. It's not pretty. Statistics aren't going to be pretty, but they've been very, very creative and successful.
Raleigh lost the football, and Arizona's got it covered up. But there is a penalty marker down.
They're going to get Antosh Hawthorne for offsides, I believe. And he's very good at jumping that snap count.
Offsides, number 77, defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still second down.
And Antosh really, really good. You can see right here is Antosh Hawthorne. Watch him get just a little bit too quick. I mean, you're talking, you better have laser eyes to see that.
That was as bang a play as you will see, and could be a huge turning point. Under 2 to go here in regulation. Raleigh, lots of time, and he's dropped. But then a penalty marker comes in. It looks like it'll be a hold against Portland again.
Holding, number 66, offense.
Kevin Guy and the Rattlers declined the penalty. That pass rush coming alive here for the Rattlers. Hard for the offensive lineman to hear the snap count. Can't even hear the play from the coach when this place gets rocking like it is right now.
Now these fans certainly know what's at stake. Howard, the motion man, penalty marker thrown, and it's going to be a delay of game.
Well, that's how loud it is. None of the players heard the whistle.
And all of a sudden, the wheels beginning to wobble just a little bit here with Portland, but third down. But as you pointed out, Dale, this isn't always a bad thing here in arena football where you're backing up and gives you more room to operate as an offense.
So difficult to throw the football when you start getting down inside that 10 and that 5-yard line. Those windows become so small.
This officiating crew will have to throw these penalty flags away at the end of this one because they have been used. 27 penalties combined today. And we have come to the 1-minute warning. A 4-point game. The winner advancing to the conference finals next Sunday against San Jose. And Arizona hanging on to a 45-41 lead.
Do you think anybody in San Jose is rooting for Portland?
Would certainly change the travel plans for the SaberCats. 2015 season tickets to the Rattlers are now on sale. Be a part of championship football in the desert by calling 602-514-TDTD or by going to azrattlers.com. Great seats are still available. There's your coach, Matt Sock, talking things over with his veteran quarterback, Rowley. Third and goal to go. Each club with all 3 timeouts remaining. Solomon, the motion man. Rowley winds up, throws. Solomon wide open. Touchdown, Portland.
Rowley's pass to Solomon. 14 yards from the Portland touchdown.
What a tremendous route combination by Portland. Great scheme by Matt Sock. You don't see Arizona Rattler secondary guys very often looking at each other and putting their hands up in the air. But this offense has done that to them this evening. Jeffrey Solomon, what a route. Ball right where it needed to be, thrown early.
The point after is good. 48-45 with 55.2 left. And the Rattlers and their fans right now in a state of disbelief. Again, this club unbeaten here on their home field this season. They have been dominant here at home over the last 3 years. And these fans experiencing something that they have not in quite some time.
Well, now you wonder again, if you're Portland and you're Matt Sock, do you onside kick here? You still have all 3 of your timeouts. Do you want the ball last?
Well, Arizona would be lining up as if to prepare for an onside kick. Reed, Windsor, Poots, all out there on that front line.
We call that the hands team. You don't have any big boys up front. Remember, Orlando was successful last week in a situation similar to this.
Now Ramirez with those bright yellow shoes. They will approach, kicks it straight on, but short, fielded cleanly by Brown. Brown on the straight ahead return and driven straight back by Casey Obi, who came down seemingly untouched.
You're also going to have offside again against Portland.
And Brown comes up a little hobbled.
21, kicking team. 10 yards from the dead ball spot, first down.
Well, this is the moment you live for if you're Nick Davila. This offense, this situation.
Poots in motion. Davila comes near side to Reed, complete for the Arizona first down. Now Reed looks onto the bench. And he'll head out as Jason Gathers makes his way onto the field. Keep in mind, Gathers dressing out today for the first time, and you know how big Kerry Reed has been the last couple of years through the playoffs and the Arena Bowls. Pass to Windsor. Windsor sidesteps the first defender, gets up the far sideline. Before he is finally pushed out of bounds.
Now, again, I'm not sure why Kerry Reed went to the dasher board, and I'm not sure why Rod Windsor went to the dasher board right there. The situation calls for you to get the first down and get down. Make them use a timeout, and he had plenty of opportunity. Make the Portland Thunder use their timeouts.
Little toss out to Gathers. Gathers behind the block of Tyson Poots, and Kevin Guy just beside himself is again third straight play that his offensive player has gone out of bounds.
Well, now you can give Gathers a hall pass here. Remember his first game, but you talk about Rod Windsor and Kerry Reed, two guys have been here not only for seasons, but all 18 games this year.
Here's the give to Singleton, and Singleton grabbed around the face mask. Second effort. And we never got an official indication as to the touchdown. He rolled into the end zone,
but again, remember, Coach Guy didn't want him to get in the end zone right there. The Thunder still have all 3 timeouts remaining.
The result of the play is a touchdown.
Nice job running through the face mask there of Marquise Jackson, and rumbling, stumbling into the end zone. But I'm sure Kevin Guy would like the situation to have 0 timeouts left for Portland.
another nice grab there by Jason Murrieta, with Tannemore punching it through, but a 4-point lead for Arizona at 52-48. Lots of time remaining, though.
You see the touchdown again, and when you talk about situational football, there are times in arena football where you don't go out of bounds and you don't want to score. And there were 3 opportunities there for the Rattlers to get 3 timeouts by this young Portland team. Now, to me, 30 seconds, boy, that's awful. That's a little dicey for me to onside kick it here, even though you have 3 timeouts. But you onside kick it, and if it doesn't go 10 yards, remember, they can't run more than 3 plays. You're going to get the ball back no matter what happens.
Right.
But 30 seconds.
Yeah, you're kind of at that
45-50 maybe.
I'll say even if you added another 5 or 6 seconds, it might be worth the gamble, but we shall see.
That's why we're up here and he's down there.
Portland certainly lining up as if to prepare for an onside kick. McClain, the deep man, stands back in his own end zone. Well, one thing we know for sure, those in attendance and those viewing here in Arizona or wherever you're viewing have gotten your money's worth today. McClain gets it cleanly. Breaks it across the 5 and pushed out of bounds out close to the 10. Well, here's tonight's UltraStar Multitainment Center at Auction Circle play of the game. Check out ultrastarauction.com for more.
Quite a few to choose from, but Solomon with the one-handed catch, able to come down in balance. Just a tremendous effort. Never even brought his left hand up to the ball.
4-point game. That missed extra point back in the first half. Still hanging over the heads of the Portland Thunder. They have not chased that to this juncture. Rally out of his own end zone. Passing. And it's behind the intended receiver, Solomon, with Kellum there on the coverage. 20.2 left.
Well, this is when you need your big guys to stand up. Marquise Floyd been a little quiet this evening. Antaj Hawthorne, Cliff Dukes. Can your big time guys come up with a big time play to move you on to the next round?
Howard, the motion man. Rally has time. Completes, but Kellum there on the stop. But it will be good for a Portland first down. Leaves it 14.3. Still have not had to burn a timeout. And now they do finally burn their first.
See Rally find a little window there. Remember, he's only 6 foot tall. Has to kind of choose his way through those big offensive and defensive linemen, and yet he continues to find a way to get the ball to his receivers. Other thing, Kyle, the coaching staff from the Rattlers point out, he's really good at changing up the snap count. Try and get himself an extra 5 or 10 yards here without the clock moving by changing that snap count.
Now Kevin Guy using this timeout to
he better go
talk things over with his secondary. As you pointed out, Dale, we've seen 3 or 4 times today where Portland receivers have gotten in behind them, wide open. Rally, deep drop, lots of time, steps up, throws, picked off by Floyd. Floyd sliding down at the 17, and that should all but seal it up.
That's what Hall of Famers do. You're going to see him right here, and just watch them come back down here. Ball hangs out a long time.
On a pass clearly underthrown as Davila is falling all the way back, winds up and throws this one into the stands. The final play. And despite a Herculean effort from the underdog Portland Thunder, the Arizona Rattlers hang on and win it here today, 52-48. They will advance to the conference finals next Sunday to take on the San Jose SaberCats. And you could just hear the collective sigh of relief throughout the snake pit here as the Rattlers survive this National Conference semifinal matchup. Stay with us. We'll step aside for a timeout and back to wrap things up and hear from the coach and a few of the players after this.
The Auction Indian community and Troon Golf invite you to tee up a pure golf experience at Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club. Ranked as one of the top 10 best courses you can play in Arizona by Golf Week, Auction Southern Dunes is known for its relaxed atmosphere, premier course conditions, and spectacular service. Just 30 minutes south of Sky Harbor Airport, Auction Southern Dunes features stunning golf and a casual yet elegant restaurant. Visit us at golfsoutherndunes.com for the best available rates. Auction Southern Dunes Golf Club, a pure golf experience.
Are you a weekend warrior? Do you know where to turn to if you get hurt? We do. At Foothill Sports Medicine Physical Therapy Centers, we provide an individualized hands-on treatment plan based on your specific injury. We aim to restore function and to prevent re-injury. Call or stop by any of our 12 convenient valley-wide locations to receive a free assessment.
Arizona high school football is on the rise. Some of the top college recruits in the country are right here in our own backyard. Watch tomorrow's Stars today on Cox 7 Arizona. The Gilbert Tigers take on the Mesquite Wildcats Thursday night at 7 only on Cox 7. High school football is sponsored in part by Arizona Christian University. Watch the ACU Firestorm play their inaugural football season Saturdays on Cox 7 starting August 23rd.
Well, a white knuckle ride to the finish for the Arizona Rattlers and their fans as they hang on to win it 52-48. As we take a look at our Casino Arizona Talking Stick Resort final numbers here. And the one you have to look at right now, Dale, is the two turnovers, and especially the last one, as it sealed up any chance that Portland would have to grab this win.
There are only 30 penalties? I really thought there might have been 40 or 45 penalties. A very sloppily played football game. You won the football game. You're happy about that. You get to move on. But you got a lot of things you got to work on this week.
No doubt about it. As the breathe the big sigh of relief, and let's send it down to Chris Harris, who's standing by with some folks who are very happy to know they'll be playing this time next week.
Thank you so much, guys. Here are two of the stars of the afternoon. Quarterback Nick Davila as well as Marquise Floyd. Marquise, sure was pretty exciting, huh?
Yeah, man. I'm glad I made the last play, man, because I was frustrated the whole game just by giving the defense, giving Portland a lot of credit. They came out here and fought hard. But I think, we made a lot of mistakes on defense. We didn't play playoff football today, and we was lucky to get away with a win today.
But you made the play when it had to be made. Take us through the last interception there to seal the win.
They came backside motion, man, and JK wanted to check a zone, and I said, nah, I'm going to put this one all on me. Let's just lock it up. And I made a play.
Your thoughts about moving on to the National Conference Championship game against San Jose?
Oh, it's going to be big, man. That's my old team I played for, and it'd just be lovely just to beat them here in the Snake Pit, man.
Appreciate the time, Marquise. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, here with Nick Davila. Nick, take me through the emotions you had on that last drive when Portland had the ball.
Well, I knew our defense was going to get a stop. Keith made a great play. We were fortunate enough to come out with a W.
Your thoughts on your play here this afternoon offensively? You guys were solid most of the day.
Yeah, we had a couple hiccups. I got to take care of the football on that one play to the jack, and now it's on to the next one. That's all that matters is that we win.
What's this say about this team to persevere through a tight game like this in advance?
We've been battle tested all year. The league hasn't been easy on us as far as the schedule, and then we like that. If you want to beat the champs, you got to play hard, and that's what we're going to do for 4 quarters, and it's on to the next one now.
Yourself and Rod Windsor, talk about the connection the two of you had this afternoon.
Well, Rod Windsor's an outstanding wide receiver. He came to play like he always does, and Kerry came to play as well, and Poots as well. So, now it's on to the next one.
And that next one is going to be right here in the Snake Pit. Just talk about playing in front of these fans. They really got behind you late in the game.
Yeah, we got the best fans in arena football, probably the best fans in Phoenix. So anytime you have that behind your back, it's hard to beat a team like that.
You move on to play San Jose, a team you beat 2 out of the 3 times during the regular season. Yep. Your thoughts about facing the SaberCats once again?
Well, they have a great defense, so we got to make sure that I'm taking care of the football as a quarterback. And, we're going to rest up and get ready to go.
Nick, Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's get it back upstairs, guys. Once again, the Rattlers win at home for the 10th time this season.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. And yeah, like I say, left a lot of people exasperated the way they won it. Let's take a look at the playoff picture now as it stands. Here's what's at stake next weekend. You've got Orlando and Cleveland, 1 and 2 battling it out there in Cleveland. And San Jose comes here to Arizona. And neither of these clubs strangers to one another. The organizations, a lot of history between the two.
It's going to be just a great atmosphere. Both teams respect each other. Both teams have great players. Both teams know what it takes to get to an Arena Bowl and win an Arena Bowl. And it's just going to be a game for the ages, I believe. It's something that you're going to want to see next week.
Well, as loud as it was here today, figures to be even louder next week. So that's why we want to remind you to get your tickets, because there are great seats available right now for the National Conference Championship game. The Rattlers play host to San Jose next Sunday, 5 o'clock, right here, the Auction Indian Community Field at U.S. Airways Center. You can go to Ticketmaster.com, azrattlers.com, or call the Rattlers ticket office at 602-514-TD-TD. Protect the pit and be a part of championship football here in the desert. Well, this is our final telecast of the season, and we cannot thank you enough for being a part of it. Thanks to all the folks who worked so hard during the course of the season here on Rattlers football on Cox 7. Joe Wyndham and the Rattlers staff, JT, Dale Hajek, and everybody. Lee and Bob at Master Control, Allison on the sales staff, executive producer Jonathan Snyder, and the hardest working crew here in town. Can't say enough about their efforts each and every weekend here from the Snake Pit. Come on out and join them next Sunday, 5 o'clock for kickoff between the Rattlers and San Jose. Our statistician today, Jared Donitz. Stage manager, Beth Pockman. Special thanks to our brilliant crew today and all season long. Our director, Pete Gordon, producer, Rich Reed. For Lindsey Smith, Chris Harris, and Dale Hellestray, I'm Kevin Ray saying so long. The Rattlers win it and advance to play in the conference championship.